you guys? Oh, hold up a second. Coronavirus is still out there. Wear your mask, stay safe, and practice social distancing. Or be like us and be all around the world and host the hottest tournament on the globe right now. It is the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by NODWIN Gaming with me, Dr. Sid, Camille, I call him K-Chick-Tay, and Esmeralda. Hi guys, how you guys doing?
Good at yourself.
Doctor said you really tapped into your doctor name there, coming on with the mask, making the PSA about coronavirus. You'd love to see it. This is a free consultation, boys. No 650 Rand charge for that 5 minutes.
We gotta let people know to stay safe, even though we, as gamers and as casters and hosts, we still need you to practice safe gaming and social distancing. But there is nothing safe about what's happening to our players in Kings Canyon and Olympus. And very quickly, before I go for a look at the standings with the teams that are going to be playing today, because this is Group C.
Hey,
look at that.
C.
Camille, do you know any of these teams? I think I know one.
So, I know one too. EliteGamingRSA, one of the most hyped Apex Legends teams in SA. They considered one of the top dogs there with DMNK and ATK. I wonder, Esmery, do you think they'll be dominating the lobby today like we saw the last two teams in Group B and A did in the last streams?
We might be seeing another 4-way streak. Otherwise, hopefully there's another couple of surprises. We saw so many teams come up to rise to the occasion against DNMK and ATK. So I'm curious. I definitely want to see what the rest of these teams have in store for us today.
I just can tell you guys one thing. I see NG on the name of one of the teams, Outlaws NG. I'm hyped that those guys are from Nigeria. I will find out after today. But while I'm finding out if the Outlaws are actually from Nigeria, let's take a look at the teams currently dominating the overall standings, because we've had some amazing games in Group A and B, and see what the guys in Group C are up against. Woo! Memories.
Oh, man. Listen, obviously top two, everybody knows DMNK, everybody knows ATK. They are the best in the business. But I want to talk from 3 to 5. Blind Peakers, Underrated, ZA, and OGC all showed great promise in their round so far. Blind, of course, playing after the top two teams, ATK and DNK, the most aggressive Apex we saw on the map. Sensational stuff. Underrated, also quite an aggressive team in their group after DNK, definitely the most aggressive there. And OGC play quite different from the rest of the top 5, where they play zone, they play a lot more tactically smart. Tendo was pointing out how much they scrum and such, and you can see their competitive edge here so far in the tournament. So I like the contrast in styles from a top 5 team, and obviously the skill goes without saying, right, Dr. Sid?
I see Royal Esports just representing 2 pages.
They cheated. They got 6 players.
And this is the rest of the people in the top 40. Obviously, just so people know, the teams in the top 40 get to qualify for the next stage. So teams in Group A, B, and C will fight for places, and then the teams in the top 40 teams get to qualify to the next phase. Now, Esmeralda, I've missed you. Let's take a look at the schedule for today. Tell us what's happening today, Esmeralda.
It's going to be a good one. As per usual, we've got 2 maps, Kings Canyon and Olympus, heading on over. We're going to be alternating between the 2, starting it off with Kings Canyon, as you mentioned. So, yeah, I mean, I think the nice thing about this is not only do these teams have optimal opportunity to get to know their opponents in their relative groups, especially, from 1st to 4th map. You get a chance to sort of, play the field, see how your teams react, see how the players are going and where they like to drop, etc. But also constantly switching it up, changing from map to map. I think it always just keeps the action interesting, and it always gives the players some opportunities to really shine.
And from what we've seen by experience, we've seen that match 3 is usually the do or die match. If you've had difficulty in match 1 and 2, match 3 is the opportunity. Is a chance for you to get back on track because you have one more game after that. What are we doing next? What should we do next? The prize pool is definitely coming up on the screen right now. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. The champions get $400, fourth place $100, third place $300, and I'm thinking I might just want to be first to fourth and just take everything for myself. Each of my limbs is going to be a team and just win and keep all the money. That is $1,000 prize pool up for grabs at the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by the Super NODWIN Gaming. Make sure you follow NODWIN Gaming on all our socials at NODWIN Gaming Africa to stay up to date with all the information about the standings, the teams, the schedule, the prize pool, and a lot of action that's going on. Look at this point distribution. It is very obvious that if you win and you come first, you get 20 points. That 20 points goes a long way for you to catch up with the people like ATK and NMK. But what the top teams have shown is that kill points are extremely important. If you remember the standings, the top teams have high kill points, and this goes to show that your strategy has to be aggressive as well as playing for position. Now, I'm super excited about what's going to happen today. I'm wishing everybody luck. Where are we going to first? We are going to Kings Canyon. And my partners in the various studios, aka our bedrooms, living rooms, and offices, what are you expecting today, Esmery?
What I'm expecting today is especially for the first map, I think we might be seeing a little bit more of a passive playstyle. We saw it in Group A, and Camille, I think you could speak to Group B a little bit better. But, you know, that first map is sort of where the feelers go out, where the rest of the teams, especially the new teams that have just registered, basically been created as a team, sort of get a sense for what they're up against, get a sense for who they're playing against and how they should be reacting. Camille, from your side, what are you expecting? First, second, third, maybe even fourth?
I'm expecting to see some good Dota 2 and FIFA matches. No, I'm kidding. I'm expecting to see epic Apex Legends. I think Group C, I'm super excited to see how the teams play here. Like you say, both in Group A and Group B, we see a lot of feelers in the first game. Nobody plays too aggressively there. Everybody just wants to get the sense of one another. You know, it's placement points in the first game. If you get a good cushioning there, you feel a lot freer going into maps 2, 3, and 4. But I'm looking for exciting stuff. You know, I don't want to see those passive things. I want to see the 50-50s from the start. It might not be the best form of Apex Legends to play if you're a competitive team, but for us on the broadcast, it's always exciting, you know?
I can tell you for a fact there's one thing that I'm looking out for, and that's the Outlaws NG. Just because they have NG in their name, I'm assuming they're Nigerian. And let's see what the West Africans do on this map. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Apex Legends African Throwdown. My name is Dr. Sid. I am your host for today, but I am leaving you in the capable hands of two amazing people who are going to take you through the blow-by-blow, I say shot-by-shot accounts of what's happening on this first map, which is Kings Canyon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Camille and Esbury.
I'm just waiting for Dr. Sid to drop that diss track at Respawn Entertainment so they can make sure console players can join lobbies in the next version of African Throwdown number 2, so then we can have way more Nigerian teams here. But for now, we are heading into our first map. Esmery, how excited are you on your favorite map? I would like to say Kings Canyon.
Man, I like to say this is where it started. When Season 1 came out, when Apex came out, this is where all of us started. I mean, it's had a couple of changes over the years, you know. We're already on Season 8. There's been many changes that's happened to the landscape, a couple of additions. I mean, that ultimate charge tower obviously always throws in a little bit of a curveball, but I am so excited to see what our final group has to offer. Man, oh man, that Group C is looking spicy as well. I'm really curious who's going to end up in that top 5. Obviously, I'm definitely looking out for Elite Gaming. As we've mentioned, they were one of the first teams that I saw in that Group C. But there's a couple other names that I've seen throughout that are definitely interesting me. I mean, some very interesting names, in fact, if you go down the list. But we'll see how they go. Camille, for you, Kings Canyon. And this first map, what you've been here for both of the first 2 groups. What are you expecting? What has been the trend that these teams have been taking through into their first map?
Obviously, Kings Canyon has been a much slower map than Olympus. Teams are much more comfortable playing on this map as it is the known competitive map along with World's Edge, where we kind of, the beta testers here in Africa, pushing forward the envelope in Apex Legends, testing out Olympus in the competitive landscape. So I do expect a slower paced game here in the first map. I do expect teams to be more comfortable here, playing the way they have been training in the past many competitive Apex lobbies and scrims. But you never know. I feel like teams rotating zone in the right place on this map is very valuable. If you get zone pulling to you in the right places, like when you were on high ground and crash site, for example, it just puts you in such an advantageous place.
Oh, already dropping down. I mean, you were talking about crash out in a couple of the places. This in particular is one of my favorite drop sites, honestly. Just the fights that you can have here, the high ground that you can work with, especially if you get those platforms early on, it's just such a good advantage. And obviously the loot, as you can see, already starting it off with the purple shield, is just so fantastic. Attachments going around. And looking at the 50-50s that we might be seeing early on, we've got a couple maps, we've got a couple teams there collecting towards the top side of the map, and a few dropping, but slitting off there towards the south side. So I don't think we'll be seeing any action too early on. We might see a little bit there happening towards crash site, but until then, we're just going to have to wait and see how the zone are going to pull them through. You can see here they're coming through, looking for a little bit more potentially, but for now, I mean, the teams, again, as we mentioned, being quite respectful, you know, letting the teams drop in where they need to.
100%. And the point you mentioned about crash site landing zone is, what is that zone is so interesting is that it's great loot, but it's also a great area to rotate. There's so many places you can rotate to third party as well. So it's high risk, high reward area, which I like to see teams landing at. We didn't see too many teams land more or less in that area, just 2 teams. So that north side of the map can be kind of quiet. And no 50-50s to start things off just yet, which is okay. It's a competitive lobby. Teams got to get their feel in, see where this game is going.
I am seeing Revenant making quite a bit more of an appearance than what we saw on that first night. I mean, first night we just basically saw Bloodhound, Gibraltar, and Wraith, I believe. Maybe even a little bit of a splash of Octane towards the end there. But now we can see Horizon and Revenant making a bit of a showing, as well as Bangalore. So that's going to be an interesting addition to how these fights are going to be going through. Of course, Revenant, I mean, having that ultimate to get you that free extra rush in to try and get a couple of kills before you go back. Always good. That death totem always coming in handy. And you can see here, PunX Interactive already spotting out a couple of teams. Ooh, cracking a couple of shields there with that long-range 301. So already some damage being dealt. I don't know if they're going to be actually aggroing this and taking it further, but if so, Elite Army might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Hikari going to be happy with himself. They picked himself up the R301, very balanced gun, as we said in the past broadcast, where you get that long range, mid range, and short range capabilities. And he found himself the purple scope very early on. So he's got his long range is very effective. Elite Army looking to take this fight though. Some return damage with X01's flatline.
Just chipping away at the damage there. I've always enjoyed the flatline. It's had a couple of buffs, a couple of nerfs here and there, but I still enjoy it. I would still prefer 301 to that though, to be quite honest. And I mean, never mind 301. Let's just take the R99 and hit a couple of shots there. A little bit of a long range battle there.
Yeah, I do not want to be getting into close range engagements with that Horizon. With the R99 and Mastiff in a close range, it will be shredding people. But as Tender pointed out in our B group stream as well, the Mastiff did take a couple of nerfs. You can't 100 pump people anymore. It's now 88 at max damage. So I think it was a well-needed nerf. I think a lot of people were making statements that the gun's a bit OP.
I mean, I just remember when it came out, initially you could only get it in legend drops. Now it's just a casual drop that you can find on the map, and instead the Peacekeepers have been in those world drops. But it's still just such an interesting shotgun for me. I just love it. I love using it. But you see the EVA 8, make a bit more of an appearance, especially with the fact that you can just spam it so much quicker than you can with the Mastiff. Also the shot capacity, and oh, look at this. Spectator now already in a little bit of trouble. Also finding another team and saying, hi, how you doing? Getting a little couple of shots through. Oh, that crack! Whoa, XO1's gonna be like, let me not take that right now. Let's just wait for the teams to get rotated in.
Just showing the power of Wraith. They can get out of such sticky situations, even with 2 very aggressive heroes jumping forward there. And you mentioned the Revenant making a showcase here. The Revenant Octane combo is so dirty. Once you have that launch pad plus the totem from super far range, you can just dive in carefree to take fights and engagements.
It's weird though, I haven't seen the Revenant and Octane combo used. I mean, we were talking about it as well. It is a disgusting combo to work with. I mean, it's bizarre that they're not being used, you know, in tandem right now, but either way, both heroes on their own make a fantastic contribution to the team. And once again, PunX Interactive taking a couple of shots, just dealing a little bit of damage to shields right now, so those consumables are going to be a little bit low heading into, you know, the rest of the looting scene, as we're already down to 13 squads, interestingly enough.
I think teams might have showed up late today. Today is first map, I'm not going to lie, because there was 13 from the get-go. There's actually been a very quiet lobby. Elite Army already down one player. Probably get the recovery. It's quite early in the game. Still the first zone. They could make a recovery if they get the respawn off. Hopefully they don't get pressured, for them at least. For the rest of the teams, it could be an easy fight playing the 2v3 engagement.
Oh, I'm also seeing a couple of disconnects as well, so maybe not the best starts for a few of these teams, as we mentioned. I mean, the 2vx fights, you're always on the back foot starting off, but now
it's the Nigerian team. Dr. said is gonna be in shambles.
No, Rach is trying her best. Come on, damn. Now, ooh, look at this. We've already got Trojans actually taking a couple of fights themselves. Ooh, that barrage coming through. Bombardment, rather. Oh, it's just, it is the worst moment to be hit by that, especially when your shields are down. So, running away from this and all the grenades. Another disconnect. Camille, what's happening?
It's African internet at its absolute finest right now. They don't want to give us fiber everywhere. Maybe there's power outages, who knows? But it's only the first map, it's the warm-up one, it's fine. You give the teams a head start, anybody got disconnected, hide your cards, and in map 2, 3, and 4, you'll punish it. Talking about punish, we see a fight break out here. Trojans still fighting, they're going to get the down though. Shred's kind of low. Can he pop a heal there in the smoke? Would be great for him, given the opportunity. And it's actually Bloodhound hiding in the enemy Bangalore smoke. Is that now not ironic, Esmery?
Well, either way, that means that our first team has officially dropped off of the map. We're down to 34 players. I mean, I assume some of them were unfortunately due to disconnects, but either way, I've already got a couple of shots heading through. I mean, especially going through to that first map, we had teams playing so passively, and now you definitely see the value of getting those kills early on coming through, as these teams are playing so aggressive. And looks like Trojans are in a little bit of trouble there. Bloodhound has gone down. Shreds, unfortunately, I don't think got the heal off in time, as you were talking about it, Gabriel.
Oh, most definitely not. Let Trojans trying to make a great escape there. They still got 2 players left. Again, a lot of teams didn't connect to this lobby, so placement points is definitely a thing. Doesn't matter, you're down 2 versus 3 against most teams. You see Ice Cream and the boys, they did just win that last fight, but they're under pressure here. The third parties are real. Drip Apex putting them under pressure. Oh, the opposing team, Swazi Gold, was it? They're taking zone damage though, and quite a lot. Did Bangalore just drop to zone? Sorry, the lifeline, my bad.
Yeah, and I mean, not really in a position to be recovered, especially not when Ice Cream comes through and puts the final couple of bullets through. Man, that is unfortunate. So now Swazi Gold down to... Might be able to recover the banner though. It might be a little bit easier than trying to get, you know, knock teammate through that zone, as it is punching some damage. Elite Gaming as well. Here we were talking about them. Still 3 alive, and the Revenant, as I mentioned it, making the come through. So I mean, now they have that opportunity to use the Death Totem and go for a free couple of kills potentially. Maybe at the very least do some damage and be an absolute thorn in the side of opposing teams. As we can see, the bombardment coming through, the nades going through, and the Spitfire doing what it does best and just shredding through armor, shredding through players. Man, that Death Totem is so OP, just to have that opportunity to just YOLO in.
Look at this, and they get to go again. They get to go again.
Of
in
course.
Dota, there's like a big objective in Dota called the Roshan, and you get an Aegis, a second life. That's your whole team gets a second life, basically, with free mobility from the Octane. They're pushing so far, but they're playing to absolute perfection. They picked this aggressive combo, and they're using it now. They haven't got the likes of kills that the ATKs and the DMNKs got at this point in the lobby, but not for lack of trying, Esmery.
Not for lack of trying, indeed. Again, like I said, this top 5 in this group might be very, very interesting. I have to wait and see if Elite Gaming are going to be going for that, 4 in a row win combo, as the rest has come before them, the ATK and the DNMKs. But Let's just see. It's interesting to me that I'm seeing the vault so much. I mean, I don't often actually. Well, I personally don't use it as much. Bit of a weird SMG for me, but man, oh man, punks are showing us how to use it right. Already one down, and I mean, we're down to 11 squads in the matter of seconds. I feel like we've dropped so many more players. We went from 34 to 27, Camille.
Yeah, it is time to shine for all these teams. We had the calm before the storm, and now the rain has finally come. Esmery fights are breaking on, an Elite Gaming one in on this action. They want to fight you in the bunker zone. Are they going to find a team? It looks like it for now, and look at that tracking ability. Absolutely sensational. Shield is cracked here from the Octane, but he doesn't already care. He knows he's got the life advantage, and they're going to get the full-on wipe there. Punks just got punked.
I mean, we mentioned it before, just slightly, but here we're seeing so much more of it. That Bloodhound, Octane, and Revenant combo. It's such an aggressive combo, but it's one of my personal favorites. Just to run that with your teammates, you've got the scouting capability from, you know, the Bloodhound, one of the fantastic recon legends, that we have available, but then that Revenant and Octane combo coming in, you've got the mobility and you've got the opportunity of that second life from the Death Totem. It's too much, and especially in the hands of teams like Elite Gaming, I think the rest could be in for a little bit of trouble. You can see Spartans here, they've spotted out a couple of potential frays there. That's Spitfire! Man!
Absolutely sensational damage here. And again, they got the totem down so they can fight as much as they want to. Looks like they're in a good position to take this fight. Elite Gaming healing up now for the moment. Phoenix hit pop by margin. Yazoo. I'd say they probably just yet. If somebody at stream knows how to say his name, please just make a shout out for me there. And you see the fight breaking out here. Even more action. Close damage here in outside the building. Now we're going to swap cameras all the way back to Elite Gaming. This is endless action. A lot of damage coming out there, but the Horizon team is going to fall. Looks like the inside building team is going to have the advantage here. 256 Spartans getting the advantageous trades in this situation.
I mean, you know, starting it off with only 13 squads, obviously already we're seeing quite a few drops. There's not much room really to work with, as majority of these teams are getting pushed closer and closer together, because that zone is coming in quickly. We are down. The second zone is in, locked in, and we're heading to the third now. So that damage is obviously going to kick it up a notch, just a little bit, you know, give the rest of these teams a little bit of extra pressure to get going, get out of it. Elite Gaming, though, they're still sitting pretty with all three members still alive. They're going to have to head through, though, very quickly, because they're slowly but surely already getting pressure from the back lines. But, I mean,
Drip,
with this
try
being
to
the
take this
case...
fight. They have the HP advantage here, but a lot of heals are coming out from EliteGamingRSA. Can they pressure them in time to really punish? It doesn't look like it. They're going to try back out and rotate the zone themselves. Or are they? No, they're holding. Elite Gaming, let's see how they react to this. They were picked as the top dogs for this lobby. They being pressured, they being tested.
Yeah, I think having that target on your back...
To the other route, though.
Yeah, they should be able to. I mean, the zone is pretty close by. They just need to make sure they get there without any little battles, especially with the consumables running low, I'm sure. Or bombardment coming through. And now the Khans are heading through into the zone themselves, into the damage zone right now. Oh, that was a bit of a messy one, but ultimately Outlaws still live to fight another day. Dark Esports here with the triple take, just popping away, getting those Evo upgrades in.
Third parties for days. This lobby was so quiet for the entire first zone, but since then it's been non-stop action. More action than the Dota anime, confirmed.
You just had to throw that in there.
It was a pretty fast-paced show, Esmery. That's all I'm saying. No spoilers. Just go watch it, but it was quite fast-paced. Now, you want a spoiler for this lobby? Well, I can't give you one because it's still story's still being written right now. 6 squads remaining. Third zone about to close. Let's see how teams rotate. Outlaws, they playing only with 2 players left, but they stacked up. Gold armor on one, purple armor on the other. They got decent guns. Nice location here at the edge of the zone. Maybe they can find teams rotating in. But looks like Elite Gaming are on the hunt. They're looking for them. It's a 2 versus 3 engagement. How are they going to respond?
It's interesting to see where the zone's been pulled to. I mean, it pulled away from offshore rig and is heading a little bit in towards the forest there. So, I mean, a lot of the teams that are rotated in, of course, they've got the opportunities. Not as many buildings as you'd like compared to rig, but still got a couple of beautiful angles to work with. As we can see, Nazia just finding 1 or 2, tapping away with that Spitfire. Man, after the buff, It is scary to see an enemy team with the Spitfire. And here we're talking about the Volt, the Remnant coming through, getting some early damage. Taking one down before getting that respawn through and not having to worry about the damage dealt. Man!
This combo is just disgusting. It is so dirty. They can just jump in without a worry in the world. The third parties, all teams are looking to do the same thing right now. They see these fights breaking out. They see the zone starting to close. If you see an engagement happening, if you have a chance to third party, it is your time to shine. All these teams sniffing blood. We're in the top 5 now. We are approaching the end game.
Let's go here.
And that zone is so small. Look at that. Just on the other side of the mountain, there's still all that empty space to work with. So you've got those 3 buildings that are, well, actually more than 3, but to the left side of the zone, you've got those 3 buildings to work with, but not a single team has been able to take them. Oh, Elite Gaming, though, as well, making the rotations to those buildings so much harder. Oh, man, that damage is already down to up to 1.5k. And Elite are still just tunneling them with nades, with bombardment, just taking it through.
And they're still going. They're really pressuring the team in the building. They're throwing out the grenades. They have the capability. Unfortunately, or luckily for the team in that building, is that Elite Gaming did not have their ultimates available. Otherwise, we would see those insane jump-ins playing up against essentially 2 lives of a whole team. We'll see how the building team manages to react. I don't think they want to get pressured there. They're holding their spot quite well. Margin is zipping through. They should have the positional advantage holding the building, but we'll see how it has to pan out.
They've got the portal as well to flank that team in the building there. So if they do want to go for it, they don't necessarily have to use the Octane, jump tower to go into there. But the jump pad and Death Totem combo is always just a fun one to see.
They really did go and pick 3 aggressive heroes. 3 ultra attacking, most aggressive heroes in the game. You just love to see. Look at this. He's got perfect vision. Gonna miss his shots there, unfortunately. Waited a bit too long. But I don't think he's gonna cry over those spilt milk. They're still looking to pressure you on the side of EliteGamingRSA. And look at the damage coming out here.
Say it time and time again. It's a Spitfire, man. That heavy ammo with the combination of the absolute fire power and fire rate from that Spitfire, you just shred through enemy teams, especially when you've got that attachment, so you've got the extra capacity. He's got a golden mag as well, so he doesn't really have to worry about reloading while he's got it holstered. So that's also a very concerning issue for the rest of the teams. And now they've got full control of that building in the zone, just chilling, waiting for the rest of the teams to join them. As you can see, Mayo, Addicts coming through here, trying to get a couple of kills themselves, and that squad will be going down. So K9 looking for that last remaining member. Of course, the Pathfinder making absolutely beautiful work of his grapple, but not enough to sustain him the rest of the round. He's going to be going down, and we're down to our top 3 officially. Oh, maybe make that our top 2.
Pressuring. They're trying to fight here. We see Via's cracked already. They've got a good position here on the high ground. It should be a favorable fight for them. Going to jump back outside the zone. They want to risk too much. Just 2 squads left. This is the final battle, the 1v1. Who's going to come out on top, basically? Take your bet. Oh, Dark Esports already pressuring the side of Elite Gaming. Can they get the clutch here? Zeo doesn't have a lot of shields just left. He only got blue shields, and that's almost cracked already. But we do see one member down here on Elite Gaming. Can they get the res off? They are still undetected. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming out from Dark Esports. Let's see how this goes. Oh, they're going to get caught. The damage from Margin just so good. They're going to bring one down. Elite Gaming flashing it out here for the moment. It's going to be a 2-on-2 engagement. Who's going to come out on top? They're holding the door nicely for now. They're going to get the complete down, and Elite Gaming clean up the game and win the first map.
Man, I mean, we were waiting for it. We wanted to see. Now we just need to see what's going to happen in the rest of the 3 maps for tonight. But that was a beautiful performance there from Elite Gaming. Already starting out that first map so aggressive. I mean, that lineup, we talked about it. That composition, the Wraith, the Octane, and the Revenant. They came to play. They came to play is all I can say.
Yo, see, I'm just happy to see the action that just happened now, because I saw that a Nigerian team did well and got into a higher position in the top 5 or something that happened right there. That was awesome gameplay. And like we said in the beginning, these teams that already have a track record of scrims and a reputation in Apex are coming out and they're shining in these tournaments. Elite Gaming did amazingly well there. Esmery, Camille, what do you have to say about this first team that we've seen in Kings Canyon, and what can we look forward to in the next map.
I think from Elite Gaming's perspective, there was a lot of pressure on them, right? Everybody hyped up DNMK and ATK. They showed up. They dominated their groups. They won 4 out of 4 maps. Freaking DMNK averaged 20 kills over 4 maps, which is just insane. But Elite Gaming didn't play as aggressively. They didn't get such flashy kills and dominate the entirety of the game. But they still managed to clutch out the win. They cemented their place as the top dogs in this group. They made their statement in map number 1. Now the question is, can they carry it throughout the rest of the 3 maps?
Now, looking at Elite Gaming RSA winning the first match, now let's take a look at who the MVP of that first match was today.
Oh, no surprise there with that Spitfire. I mean, he was just showering.
I don't even know you Apex Twitch. That is a long let's just call him Vias. Yeah, 3 kills, 2,171 damage. That shows that he was doing a lot of damage but not getting the final kills. And looking at this, it tells us that the kill rate is definitely lower from what we saw yesterday. Esmery, in the past games, we've seen higher kill rates. What do you think is the difference in the lobby today?
We definitely saw our MVPs, whoever they were, ranging at those top kills, whether it was 8, 9 to 10. I remember ATK from last night as well, ranging those MVP kills at around 10. So it's interesting to me, but the damage is definitely there. I feel like, with the other MVPs, we definitely saw the kill counts higher, but the damage was a little bit lower. So it could just be that combination of the teams. I saw a few of the other Elite Gaming, players with higher kills, but not as much damage. So, it's that team combination. You've got the players doing those final hits, and then you've got the players, putting the groundwork in, getting the shields shredded, and getting those opponents down to the finish.
And we were seeing a lot of third and fourth partying. So maybe what's happening is people are putting in the damage, and another team is coming in and swooping in and taking the kill. But that's just the excitement that happens at the Apex Legends African Throwdown. We never know what to expect. We've had literally 3 different styles of play and 3 different lobbies in the group A, B, and C today, and that just makes me super excited. That way, you never get a dull moment. You can never predict what's going to happen, and it's going to be an exciting time. Now, let's see if we have the standings up so far of what our teams are doing in the lobby. Well, we'll get to the standings right after the break, and we will be right back. It is still the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by NODWIN Gaming. I am Dr. Sid, and I'm here with Esmery and Camille. We'll be right back. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is the Apex Legends African Throwdown. And I'm just floating all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a super exciting first game in Group C on Kings Canyon, where we just saw everything happen, and the Nigerian boys did amazingly well, or at least I'm hoping that they did really well. My name is Dr. Sid. I am back with Camille and Esmery, and we're going to jump right into looking at the standings for the first game. Let's take a look at who did what.
So, as expected, our champions from the first round, EliteGamingRSA, do take the victory. And you know, I actually undersold them at the end of that last game. I didn't think they got that many kills, but they did. They got 15 kills and the first place, so they got 35 points total. Mayo Addicts did phenomenally well in their own right, getting 15 kills with their second place, third place finish. Got the points wrong, getting 25 points. So this is a very highly contested lobby. Dark Esports getting 1 kill, but getting third place with their second place placement as well. They had a chance to win that. Could have clutched it out, right, Esmery? But in the end, Elite Gaming just showed their composure, their strength, and just their experience there in the end in that final engagement.
Yeah, I mean, that aggressive combo, like we said, that composition that they had running there was just perfect for that situation, and they really hit the shots when it mattered most.
All I just want to say is that there's a Nigerian team in the top 5.
Top 5, baby.
Top 5.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. My Nigerian people representing. Okay, listen, now, Camille, I want to ask you something. Over the last few days, we've seen various metas and team compositions of legends going into different fights. What have you noticed about the team comps today?
So it's been really great seeing the spread of legends throughout the 3 different groups. I feel like in Group A, we saw mostly your Bloodhound Wraith, your Gibraltar combos, Old Faithful. That's what was picked, that was played. In Group B, we saw a lot of mix-up, a couple of Mirages, a whole bunch of different things. And in Group C, we got a completely different meta. We saw 1 or 2 Octane Revenant combinations in Group B, but this has been the meta here. In Group C, that's the most run comp. Octane and Revenant, and Elite Gaming, they didn't mess about it all. They ran Octane, Revenant with the Wraith. 3 attacking heroes, just go, 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 go. Worse than Barcelona in their prime, Dr. Sid.
I was gonna say that, like, as we just watching some of these fights and some of these encounters, there were a lot of Revenant Totem goes down, Octane jump pad goes out, and Bloodhound scans the area. People are going in, So I mean, looking at these comps that we've seen, do you think they're going to change, or do you think the teams are going to keep it similar on our next map, which is definitely Olympus?
Look, Olympus, being a little bit of a smaller map and being a little bit more clustered compared to Kings Canyon, having that aggressive sort of combination, I think could definitely work out if you've got the skills as a team to pull it off. It is something that requires some coordination, though. Otherwise, like I mentioned, time and time again, you're going to be falling off that map and you're not going to be very happy. It's been time and time again where I've been on a jump pad and I'm just looking at 5 teams looking at me and me not feeling so good about my odds. So, yes, definitely can be taking that through, but we might see a little bit of a bit of a change, especially going in from the rest of the teams, as they didn't get as many of those kills as they wanted to. So they might change it up purely just to go for that kill game.
Esmery,
all right, Camille, I know you say that on this map there's a lot of Camille, I know you say on this map there's always a lot of open spaces, so maybe we'll have some more gibbies coming out, but at this point I'm gonna disappear or audio disappear or go silent and let you guys take it away and give us the scene by scene, action by action, point by point account of our next match, which is on Olympus. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Apex Legends African Throwdown, and you are in the capable hands of Esmery and Camille.
Esmery, Dr. Sid is trying to steal my job. He stole my line. I was about to talk about the exact same thing that I spoke about last panel, about the Gibraltar on this map. If you want to make a rotation on Olympus, and especially when zone goes to the middle of the map, which feels like 90% of the time, Jibby is king. It provides you cover. It provides you that defensive bombardment, which is so clutch in these situations. You're a big tanky boy, so you can survive a couple of shots. Jibby is king. I stand the big man.
Now, Gibby is one of the best players to have on your team. I mean, to have that kind of a support, especially if you're running, you know, maybe a little bit more of a passive comp, or if you even want to go for those aggro moves, having that extra little bit of defense, especially if you need to get a res off, if you need to get your team back up, get those, you know, that reset, that's time and just that space to set yourself up for the next fight, especially after all the third parties we saw in that first map. Oh, it's priceless to have a Gibby on your team in that regard. But again, I mean, if you compare it to the comps that were being run on that first map, those super mobile, super aggro, you know, sort of compositions, I don't know how much we're going to see of the Gibby man. We definitely saw a lot of him in that first night, that first group, and I think a little bit more of him in the second as well. But tonight, I don't know. I feel like this Group C is just full of surprises. The compositions right now, in my head, are a question mark.
I would like to see how these teams adjust and change the meta because, like you said, in the last game, we saw all these ultra-aggressive combos. But if you're playing against all these, you know, jump at you, run at you heroes, maybe change to something more defensive. If you have a Gibby, again, you have the defensive bombardment, the bubble to keep you guys going and survive these tough fights when teams are jumping on top of you. Pick up the caustic, whole buildings. Revenant, Wraith, and Octane don't want to be running through a caustic gas doors. Like that's just not how any team wants to play. If everybody's playing this run at you, jump, fight meta, and you play a slower pace with the caustic, you hold buildings, you rotate zone early, etc., I think you could be in a very good position trying to compete for these games. Maybe you might not get the most kill points in the lobby like the rest of the teams, but the placement points are a thing. And we saw Dark Esports in the last game getting only 1 kill, but they're third on the leaderboard because they got that all the points from the second place placement.
It's going to be interesting to see, that is for sure. I do already see a bit of a Gibby action coming through and a little bit of caustic action on the side, but we'll see how it goes, man. I'm really liking the fact that most of these groups are switching it up from what I saw in that first map. Man, I mean, all we saw in that first group was the same compositions every map after every map. So the fact that it's changing up, the fact that I'm seeing a little bit more of Horizon as well is really, really exciting to me because I love her in terms of, you know, just the capability of taking fights up to that high level. You know, all of a sudden you're busy in a fight, you're taking that horizontal, you know, movement, you left to right, it's so fast paced. And all of a sudden, your opponents are up above you, looking down on you, ready to take you out. So having Horizon in those team fights is always just an interesting one for me, the angles that they can take. And what's also interesting is the zone. Taking it up close to Rift and, you know, maybe ending up towards Hammond Labs, we might see a bit of an interesting one. Now, Elite Gaming, we were talking about compositions, and I don't think they're going to stop. I mean, why fix something that's not broken, right? Ooh, drip though. 301 action already.
In the words of Beast Boy from Teen Titans Go, if it ain't broke, don't fiddle with it. But we'll see how it pans out. I really like that Gibraltar, Horizon, and Bangalore composition, especially in the open fields. You have the 2 big high damage ultis in the open areas. So we'll see how they manage to rotate through and take these outside fights. Team of the 6 Spartans hoping to have a better run than they did in the first map. This could be their time to shine here on Horizon. As we can see, action taking place already. Much faster paced game already than the first map, which was very slow on King Canyon. Not complaining, just making a statement there. Olympus, this map is just, this is a true battle royale on this map.
I really do love the map. It's one of the most beautiful maps to me. And Pathfinder, Spartans, they're not lying down. They want to go down swinging and do a couple of shots. They already dropped Apex down to only 2 members, and we were talking about that bombardment. No. Here it comes through, and now all of a sudden, Drip Apex are in a little bit of trouble because there's only a Bangalore left to try and get them out of the situation. Is going to get the shield off, but the health is too low to prepare them for what's coming next. Already, a squad might be going down here. Just tap away there with the scouts, and already a bit of a clapback coming through as another team, I believe, is actually coming through to join the party.
The third party is so early in the game. It is absolutely wild right now. And Drip Apex, they had such a good run in the last game, and this time they're going to be one of the first teams eliminated. To see the scan there from the Bloodhound catching 2, and look at the shots coming out. They managed to get a 1-for-1 trade here. Did they manage to finish off? The teammates did. Elite Gaming doing what they do best, but they do have a down member. Are they going to come help their friend, or are they going to get punished here? They're under some pressure. We see Viaz, the MVP from last game, cracked, and he misses the grenade there. Did he bounce back? Oh no, he got it. My bad. Oh, he goes down as well. Elite Gaming, our top dogs in the last game under big pressure. Can Margin clutch it out? He did a lot of damage, but he's on 1 HP. He's trying to make the runaway. He's got the red Q still available. He could rat this out. He could get a banner back. But right now, Elite Gaming on the back foot, Esmery.
This is not something we did not see in the previous 2 nights. You know, usually our top winners, you know, with the top 1, top 2, they usually were so fine in the rest of the maps that they were leading the pack constantly. This is the first time we're seeing one of our winners actually on a back foot. Interesting to see. I mean, there's still time to go here, but 1 VX, 2 banners to be recovered, or Mudgeon will have to do the rest solo. We'll have to wait and see. But PunX Interactive definitely has given Elite Gaming, you know, something to chew on there. Now they have to sort of reset. And as we mentioned, Mudgeon here has to go for the banners if he wants his teammates to join him for the rest of the fights. The time is starting to run out, especially for that Octane, for Jazz, if he wants to get those banners in. So that's going to be an interesting one.
If Margin does clutch out the game solo and get the W for his team, I will change my Twitter name for a week to Margin Stan. IDC. It would be amazing. We saw DNMK win a round 2 with only 2 players left all the way through endgame, but 1 versus the rest of the world. Literally man against the world, or woman against the world, because it's a Wraith. It's a tough task. It's a tough task.
Oh, goodbye, Jazz Jurek. Unfortunately, no time there, but still potentially he could go and get the Vias banner. Although it might be a bit of a risk there. There's just no, you know, absolute guarantee that team is still not sitting there and camping that banner, waiting for Elite Gaming's, you know, remaining members to go for the banners. Why not? I mean, you could be taking out the top dogs here, and then your competition is pretty much out. And I mean, PunX Interactive, one of the teams that we saw doing quite a bit of shots there, quite a bit of damage earlier, they'd be very happy to take out the top dogs.
They would indeed. Martin just going to play the ratting game. I'm sure he will be looking to third party, get as much kill points as he can before this round is over. We'll see how it goes. What do you think? What are you betting on? Third party and stealing kills, or is he going to rat? I feel like if I was Margin right now, my ego was as big as his. I don't know if his ego is big, but if I was as good as he is, my ego would be way too big to rat in this situation.
I mean, why not do a bit of both, right? I mean, there's no... If you've got the skill, you've got the aim, you can do both. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see how he's going to play it. Although, Mayo Addicts, we talked about this a little bit earlier from standings, they're looking to get a couple of kill points themselves. Octane coming in with the Gibby and the Bloodhound, but falling back last minute. I think there's a couple of shots coming through from the back line, so they might have to rethink how they're going to approach this. Either way, though, Trojans coming in there with the Revenant going in hot. Trying to get those early points, trying to do some damage before that timer from the Death Totem runs out, and the Optic is going to just yeet them right into the sky, get them out of the line of fire. But for now, that bombardment will be giving them a little bit of space. Here I was talking about it, Horizon now with that space, with that element of surprise, going to be able to get closer and closer. Elite Army fighting tooth and nail to get out of the situation right now and potentially take it even further and into their advantage. Octane doing quite a bit of damage, and Gibby coming through here to finish off another team. Great work here from Elite Army. That was quite a bit of a stressful situation there.
Both these teams so low. Margin making a run here, trying to punish. Okay, but everybody's healed up now. Can't third party, a bit too late. But it's sensational stuff from the Elite Army, winning out that engagement, getting a couple of kills, securing themselves that top 10 finish. And they're in a very, very good position right now, camping outside of the zone. Obviously, it's just the first zone, so it's not really camping. You're just actually playing the game normally. But they're in a very good position. Let's see how teams can respond to them.
We'll see. That zone is starting to get closer and closer, though. I mean, again, you know, we're only down 1 zone, and already so many teams have dropped. We're down to 9. Obviously, we didn't start with that many, but I feel like there's just so much more action in this group C, and ooh, Pathfinder, get out of there. Use your grapple and get out. So much damage being dealt right now. We can just see all these members, Octane, Pathfinders, running for their lives as the bullets are just running right past their faces, and that zone is getting ready to close in on them. Oh, this is going to be a tough one, because now they're going to be taking not only damage from the remaining teams that have that zone advantage, that are just keeping them out, but as I mentioned, the zone coming in hot and heavy, trying to take some little bit of chip damage there, bit by bit.
Xbox arch enemy Khan's on the prowl here. They're looking for that third party. They're watching the edge of the zone. We could see a multitude of fights break out here. Swazi Gold looking to redeem themselves after they sad disappointment in the last game.
I mean, with the zone advantage now, they really do have an opportunity to just be a thorn in team sides. You know, keep them out, keep them second guessing. And here we can see this Mayo Addicts Octane now going down and out for the count. K9 will have to wait for the next map to make his mark. Potentially, though, his teammates have an opportunity to get that banner. But they're going to have to go straight into the line of fire to do so. We do have the Gibby here, so that shield, like we were talking about, could come in handy if they want to go for the recovery. But instead, it looked like they might actually just take the long rotated round, maybe get the drop on the enemy team that's holding them out of the zone right now. Hopefully, they've got some heals, because soon, at least, you know, in a minute or so, that zone is not going to be a pretty friendly place to be. But so many teams still out in zone taking the fights. What's happening here?
This is aggressive Apex for the day. Everybody's smelling blood. I love Mayo Addicts tactic there. They see somebody, they're like, nah. Doesn't mean me just 2 heroes or 2 legends left. We're just gonna leave guys to make free rotates into the zone. We're gonna punish. They're gonna find a launch pad here once again. Make even a faster rotation, but can't. They feel so comfortable right now. They're in a perfect area in the zone. They're punishing all these teams trying to rotate through. They got only blue armor though, so they didn't get enough damage for the Evo shields to really kick in. But they got very good guns, lots of ammo, ultimates available.
That Gibby, Octane, and Bloodhound combo are coming in a little bit more. We do see Pathfinder making quite a bit of an appearance himself as well, which I like to see. Pathfinder quite a fun character to play, especially with that mobility there with the grapple, and that ultimate also, in combination with the Octane, just makes the team so much more mobile. And recon capabilities, of course, fantastic. Dark Esports now running around, trying to get out of... I mean, whoa, did you see that? So many squads so close to each other, clustered just outside the zone. I mean, we were talking about 50-50s, maybe not, seeing as many of them as we were, but I mean, Olympus is turning into quite a spicy map here. We've got 3 teams already taking a fight, as we can see so far. Swazi Gold has found another team to contest with, and so far, it might not end up being in their favor, because here comes the third party.
Look at that damage coming out here with the EVA 8 auto. So much damage from the shotgun. They're going to manage to clutch that out. EG feeling good right now. Limitless playing like an absolute beast there.
And even ending it up there with the melee. Oh, that's just, that's a morale booster, at best. This will talk what it does to the other team. Now, though, once again, we were talking about Aranzo coming in again. I just feel like this map is going so much faster. Camille, can you slow it down?
That's just how this thing goes. This is how Olympus goes. No time to rest, no time to play games. And you have to think about how sad it is for Elite Army there that they couldn't even raid the Swazi Gold kills that they got, because Anna Ants on the Bloodhound had an R301 with 4 gold attachments, Esmery. That is just money if they got that stuff.
Oh, it's painful, but unfortunately, you have to prioritize staying alive versus getting that good loot. And right now, I think for Elite Army, they have to be worrying about the consumables, because I feel most of these teams have been fighting in zones. They've been having to prioritize that healing, and to just survive, really. PunX Interactive, also one of the teams down to 1 remaining member, having to rat it out, like you say, but the rest of these teams, the rest of these squads getting set up in the buildings here, one of them being RVNG, set up and waiting for the rest of the teams to come to them, because they've got the zone advantage.
I need you to take a look at how many bullets JT has in his heavy rounds.
No, wait, switch back to the Spitfire, please. No, come on, bring back the 420.
Oh, some say he's blazing it out, yeah.
I mean, blazing with a Spitfire, that's a dangerous combination. I'd be scared. I'd be terrified. I'd be shaking in my boots if I saw that.
So, RVNJ, they've held zone well. They've got their top 7 placement, but they haven't really got too much damage out just yet. Look at the shields, not in great places. So if they do get pushed eventually, they might have a hard time fighting. They're going to drop the Gibraltar ulti already. Could be a bit premature. How do they want to play it?
I mean, in this situation, you've got teams that play aggressive, you've got teams that play passive. RVNJ, sorry. I don't know why I keep throwing G in there. do seem to be a bit more of a passive team. So, I mean, that bombardment is trying to give them a little bit of space there, but how that's going to work out for them, I'm not quite sure.
Oh no, we got stuck.
No.
We're gonna cast I'm just gonna use my 6th sense to cast that final fight there. They are about to, I think, lose the fight, unfortunately. Sad situation for them, but we will get back into the game shortly. Stream technical difficulties do happen. We apologize. Oh, we just heard news. It was a full-on server crash. Oh no, that's a horrible situation. I don't know how that's gonna pan out for the team. We will have to find out after the break. But man, oh man, that was looking to be an interesting game. It was an interesting game. Unfortunately, we couldn't see the conclusion in the end, Esmarie.
It's unfortunate though, but I wanted to bring it back to you've got teams that play aggressive, you've got teams that play passive, and we've been putting that question out there. How does our African throwdown players, how do our Africans play Apex Legends? What is their meta? What is the question? What is the general consensus about how to play? And we've seen, the advantage of going for high kill counts and getting those high positions as well. ATK, DNMK, Elite Gaming, especially in the first map, they did pretty well at doing so. I mean, you've got 20 points just from getting first place, and then you've got another 15, another 10, another 18 just from getting the kills. And it's obviously going to their favor, especially with these smaller groups that we've got for tonight for Group C. On Olympus, though, how that panned out, the question will have to remain for the second map, though.
I feel like finding the balance is really important as well. Because we look at a team like PVNJ, yes, they got a high placement, but when their fights eventually broke out, they weren't in fighting shape because they were just sitting on blue armors. Any team who's ranked up their armors was ready to slay. If you look at the Streaker, the way he was playing ATK, even though they play super aggressive and kill everybody, Doctor said, they always farming the Evo shields. They always pick up snipers. They're always doing long range damage, managing to rank up. How heartbroken are you that the game ended early?
I'm totally heartbroken because now I'm worried, because I feel like my team was up there, way up there, with the kills. So I think the best thing we're gonna do is gonna rehost the match, but we will be right back after a short break while we reset things, check our servers. These things happen, technical difficulties, but it is the Apex Legends African Throwdown, and we've got solutions and contingencies for this situation. So myself, Esmarie, and Camille will be right back after this break and a reset. Don't go anywhere. We are back with the Apex Legends African Throwdown brought to you by NODWIN Gaming, and we've just had our first major technical difficulty. But no matter, the action will continue. Our teams are back in the lobby and ready. We're going to replay, or not replay, but they're going to do it again. They're going to play match 2 again. But there's something I really want to talk about before we get into to the rematch, so to speak. Esme, I noticed that a lot of these teams in this last match seem to be caught in a zone. I don't think these teams play regularly on Olympus because their rotations seem to be very bad. We had so many teams caught in the zone. What do you think was happening with that?
So it could be that. It could also just be where the teams like to drop on Olympus. Obviously, I've mentioned this before. Olympus, most of your high tier loot locations, they're towards the left side, the top side of the map. So the top left side. And the zone ended up being completely on the right side. So those rotations had to be long and grucious because they had to go through each other. They were so close to each other. We had a lot of early 50-50s. So it's just a case of rotations. It's what, battle royales are about, unfortunately. But some of them made it work. Some of them, unfortunately, were put to the test and failed it.
And speaking of early 50-50s, we had our top team in champions from the last game go out early. They must be thanking their stars for this restart. Camille.
Elite Gaming with the DDRS confirmed. I'm just kidding. But yes, they definitely would be super happy about that. Doctor said they did go out in a very early fashion, and that right there was a picture-perfect example of the beauty of Battle Royales. DMNK and ATK are the anomalies. These guys are pro teams. Elite Gaming are very good as well, but even them being a highly skilled team, get caught in the wrong spot and at the wrong time, you can take them out. Don't fear the kill leaders. Don't fear the first place teams. Buck up and go for them. That's the lesson.
And as we say in Nigeria, we expect you to do it with your full chest. That is, don't hide. You do it with your full chest. Elite Gaming has just shown that you can take out the best of the best, but do it with your full chest. And at this point, I'm going to leave our viewers and you guys at home in the very capable hands of Emil and Kesmary.
What up, Kesmary? How you doing?
I mean, how do I say your name again? What was that? Emil?
I don't
know. I mean, yes. That is my new name as of tonight. I will be going by Kesmary. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
As new as this re-hosted second game, I'm curious to see how teams play now. I think it'll be a very interesting match because it's kind of like teams are always out of the comfort zone with the current setup we have here in African Throwdown, always on their toes, always at the edge of their feet because we go Kings Canyon, then we go Olympus, then we go back to Kings Canyon, then you have to go back to Olympus. So you're always adjusting in terms of how you have to play. This time around, though, it's like, okay, we just had our warm-up on Olympus. Now we have a chance to go and do it all over again to officially.
Yeah, it's a bit of an advantage. You can look at it like that. I mean, either way, I think the team should be thanking their stars that they have a second go around because, like we mentioned a little bit, those rotations, they were gruesome. I was just questioning, why is everyone just chilling in the zone? I mean, it does damage, guys. It's not a good place to be. And now, especially having to take fights in the zone, I think a lot of teams were very low in consumables and not quite ready for that top 7 fight. But we're starting it off fresh. Here we are. And looking at the drops this time around, I think we might be seeing a little bit more of a spread out, set of teams. We do see at least 1 or 2. I think Dark is pretty close to 1 or 2 teams. They might be dropping the same place. Might be a little bit of early 50-50s. Who knows?
Let's see how things go on the east side of the map. There's a lot of teams in that area. North side of the map kind of similar, but the south side teams are just chilling. Free loot for both the blue team, couldn't see their name, and of course the green team next to them, Esmery? My memory is fading, but we see Elite Gaming picking up great loot from the get-go. R99 and Vault. You have the ultra good short-range weapon in the R99, and you have Vault, which I know you asked me about it earlier. I really like this weapon. I feel like it's one of the better weapons in the game. It's an energy weapon that's equivalent to R301. It's good from all ranges. Obviously, getting the energy attachments is always great as well. Just all-around balanced stuff.
It's definitely an interesting weapon. It's nice to see a little bit more of a variety, obviously with the new updates coming through, bringing so much more fun weaponry. But I mean, talking about PunX Interactive right now, I mean, we're already taking a couple of bit of a 50-50 situation here. Some damage being dealt. I mean, we've already got a gold armor. Oh no, Outlaws! Don't do this to Dr. Sid. Oh, he's not gonna be a happy man. Unfortunately, first squad out for the first map. Well, actually, it might be in second squad. I mean, we started off with 13, did we not? I can hear him crying. So it's not a good combination. Can't do this to Dr. Sid. But 11 squads left, and Olympus version 2 is already starting to be as aggressive and as high octane, not pun intended, as was the first time around. So these teams are still taking the aggressive angle. They're still going for the kills, and I mean, I'm loving it. We love it as casters to watch this sort of playstyle.
Yeah, Olympus is that crazy map. We see a big rotation coming out here from Elite Gaming. Not gonna find any other teams there, but gonna find free loot.
I mean, that's always a good thing to have, right? You can get set up. I mean, Elite Gaming definitely gonna be a while before they see anyone. So far, and few between. Spartans, though, look at this. And you're saying the feels bad from the disconnect again.
Oh man, they had such a good run in the first rendition of map 2. Now in the second round, okay, Bean Boy, that not to underestimate you again. Excellent stuff with the massive shot. Gonna reload the wingman. Can he get some distance? No. Eventually, he's forced to go down, but at least he got himself. It was a knock. He didn't get the full kill, unfortunately. Maybe should have YOLO'd at the master for it.
Give me a second though. He died to a smoke launcher. He died to the Bangalore smoke launcher. It said in the kill feed, smoke launcher killed him.
Oh my word, that is hilarious.
He was so low HP. Pathfinder just wanted to get out of there, man. And then PunX have to come through and hit him with the smoke launcher? Are you serious? No.
Can we get an F in chat, boys? Can we get an F in chat?
Oh,
looking for a fight here. I don't see their opponents, but that could just be me being blind.
I mean, it's not about if you can see them, it's about if Elite Gaming can smell them. And right now, they've got quite a bit of a pep in their step, and they're looking to take some of the first kills off of their marks here. Running through to this, I mean, where are the team? I can see the smokes, I can see the Bangalore traces, just lying around, but I don't see the players just yet. Might actually be PunX Interactive after they fight there with the Pathfinder that they might be sniffing out here, but that damage there with the 301. Lapping back and breaking shields.
See, Jibby using the ulti there. A very defensive form. That's what it's used for. Don't know if it's going to be enough to deter Elite Gaming though. They're still looking on the hunt and they're going to find somebody. Easy down for margin. Sensational clicks there. R99 just shredding the opponent.
I mean, that's another squad drop as well. We're down to the top 10 already. And for Elite Gaming, I mean, they're definitely looking to sort of have a redo of the first map. We win these, first time we've seen them coming through. Unfortunately, already having one of their members drop to Elite Gaming, and I think the rest of them have just decided, nah, let's get out of here, put some distance between us and the top boys from the last map, and hopefully live to get to that top 4, top 5 placement, around about there.
They are making the way to the respawn beacon. Let's see if they can get there. There should be a decent amount of loot left lying around for their teammate and their team to recover with.
No banner,
but then again, they didn't get the banner.
No, they don't have an opportunity to
never mind. Scratch everything I just said. I was like, it's such a clean rotation.
It's exactly what happened to Elite Gaming though, right? In that first iteration, their teammates go down, 2 of their teammates go down, and there's no opportunity to go get those banners because the team that's just taken out your friends is sitting around your loot boxes and waiting for you. Because why not? Just wait a couple of extra seconds and ensure that the team does not have the opportunity to go and respawn. See, they're still chilling here. They're still waiting. They're like, come on, bring the rest of your team. We want to finish them off as well.
Easy pickings for the Elite Gaming side. They still, again, waiting on the edge of the zone. It's just the first zone. Nothing too crazy to worry about. But this is the thing with Olympus. Map always closes towards the middle. It's just how the map is shaped. It's just how the RNG goes. And it's going to be a bloodbath. Elite Gaming, again, got the super aggressive lineup with the Wraith, Octane, and the Revenant. I want to see the GB teams repping. We made the prediction. We wanted to see the Gibraltar. They better show up in the game. They did in the last round of map 2. But of course, in the replay, we have to see if they can keep up the performance in the second time going here as well. Ice Cream Drip doing much better this time around. They got eliminated quite early on. And look at the damage coming up from Punk. They got the full golden shields as well. Grenades for days. They're looking to jump in. They want to punish. Wingman, great long range gun. Nobody wants to come out of the bubble, but the bubble's down. Look at the 90 shot, Esmery. Top tier stuff there. And look at the tracking. Kari doing a decent amount, but not too much.
Yeah, I think they could thank their stars there for that octane pad to get them out of the situation, because that's not a fun one to be in. Taking shots like that from a wingman, that's never a fun time to be. But now the close range combat comes in, and Punks really need to get themselves out of the situation. We'll be taking down Ice Cream. There goes your Gibby. Now let's see what the rest of the team can do. So for Punks Interactive are going to be making a statement and taking down another team. But I mean, hey, they've also got a Gibby to work with here, so still repping the Gibby teams.
Ooh, Hikari taking a lot of damage, gets the bubble down. Good defensive play, doesn't have ulti available. This third party could be deadly. I believe it is Elite Gaming making the rotation on them, and Elite Gaming not gonna mess up in this situation. They are lions on the hunt right now, and we both know the big five predators don't miss. Elite Gaming, they bring down one. Can they get the rest of the team here?
Oh, this is a horrible situation to be in if you're Punks Interactive now. You've just gotten out of a fight, and now the third party by none other than Elite Gaming is coming through. That's not a fun time to be in. They didn't even have time to get the armor swaps in. I mean, why would they? They got the gold shield, but I mean, at least getting some of those consumables up, getting your ammo up, getting reset and ready for the next fight, and now having that taken away from them, it's not going to be a fun one to be. And unfortunately, in the meantime, Tremble has also gone down. With that banner, of course, once again, being in the firm grasp of Elite Gaming, and they're just going to wait it out, get the loot, get set up, and ready for the next one.
And Mayo Addicts also still in a decent position in this game. They're going to be fighting. Oh, actually, they're going to find somebody. See somebody coming through the portal here.
In and out, swiftly.
Oh, they're going to respond. They do have a Bloodhound, Cooper, right there in the front. Going to be chasing. Octane's speed is just crazy, man. He is like a runner from the Olympics. Oh, I actually can't say that because he dopes, right? Technically speaking. Oh, they find one rat and they bring Hikari down. Bye-bye, GB. Was nice to know ya.
Oh, that's just... Unfortunately, Punks are just not having a good time right now. They've already had one drop, and now Gibby's going to be going down as well. So I believe they're down to one member remaining from the Punks team. Gonna have to rat it out and gonna have to hope for those placements points, but might even go on the offensive here. Elite Gaming, XO1 looking and scoping for the next kill, but gonna be just taking this a little bit more passively with his teammates. Just wait and take the team fight. Oh, a lot of damage being dealt in return. Hightail it out of there as the defensive bombardment is coming through to give them some space here.
Looking good for now. Elite Gaming playing a phenomenal game once again. They were very slippery in the last round. Looking to be playing a similar fashion once again. Not sure where Zone is pulling to right now, but they seem very far off it. Can't see it on their map.
Ooh, this is a bit of a... a little bit of a return to the last death totem that they had. Unfortunately, but well, this time they're looking a lot better and a lot stronger setting up for this Olympus map. So far, so good for Elite Gaming. They've redeemed themselves already. They are looking good to take this as well. And Trojans sitting up here with the Watsons. First time I think I've actually seen a Watson comp coming through. So that's quite interesting to me. You know, having that Gibby and that Octane combination, that could be a fun one, especially if you've got that advantage of the zone. You're already set up in a building. Naturally, that's where Watson really shines. But this could be interesting, because now the rotations have to come through, and I think they actually have to go through a couple of teams to get there. So they have to be swift. They have to be clean, and Elite Gaming, they're going to be going for another squad wipe once again. Oh, the massive coming through, but the shot's not connecting, but it doesn't matter. Elite Gaming as a team doing the work and getting, once again, another squad down.
Army in a weird position. Lemons is taking a lot of damage there. He gets dropped. Can the teams punish though? Can they finish them out? Mayo Addicts in a decent position. They got disorientated for a second, but they're looking to go. Not sure if they saw anybody with that scan, but I don't think they need to. They don't need to force anything. They're still in a good position. Actually, Cooper still got a beast of the hunt on. Does he want to chase forward? Don't think he does, but decent aim from afar.
just chipping away at the shields there, just saying hi, how you do. Elite Gaming had to take the rotate out of there, unfortunately. I don't think they were set up for the next fight. So, nice little bit of a rotation coming through to them. In addition to that, now they've got the zone. Now they can just relax. They can potentially pick off the last remaining member of PunX. Are you kidding me? This team has had the worst of luck. Every time they rotate and they turn their backs, there's another team hunting them. And now the last remaining member is going to have to look to try and clutch it out against Elite Gaming, or at least get out of there as soon and as quickly as you possibly can. Oh, you have to be kidding.
Can you bring one down? Excellent aim so far. Lots of damage. Still has a bit of armor left. Got to drop down the smoke, but look at there's so many heroes around him. He's just going to inevitably get brought down. Put up a decent fight though. There's only so much you can do in those situations.
I said the bad luck though. How is that? Running from Elite Gaming and running straight into Trojans. That's not a fun time to be in, but now Elite Gaming, they sniffed out the next team, and Trojans will be looking to run away from that. But look at the bolt here you were talking about. It's such a good SMG to just pound away at that armor. A little bit of a clapback coming through. And Elite Army in the meantime as well, having a bit of a fight of their own. Another third party? This is the fourth party coming to the party?
In coronavirus, I'm sure we're not allowed to have this many people in one party, is all I'm saying.
Oh,
Getting popped up here. Imagine, okay, Via is taking a lot of damage from this third party engagement. We see Jazz, Jurek having to heal up as well. Margin gonna have to do it by himself. Trying to find somebody, gonna try to put down a portal. Maybe get a heal, get some banners and heal up his team. But for now, they are on the run. Elite Army seem to be the more elite one in this engagement, but they're taking a lot of damage. Henry to see gonna be dropped. Another rotation in. Cooper now coming in there.
do we just have all the teams in this one tunnel? Is that what's happening right now? Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. I mean, we had this happening on Olympus, but it was a little bit more spread out. We had, you know, maybe a second party, a third party taking those fights. And now, unfortunately for Majin, I'm having a bit of a sense of deja vu because, once again, two of his teammates are down and out for the count. Their banners are there, but, I mean, their banners are in between quite a lot of teams here. Oh, Elite Army as well coming through, and that's gonna be it for Elite Gaming, unfortunately for them. Oh, that is such a horrible situation. Like, to be in that situation, to have all teams just looking at you, not having a breath in between fights. Right now, all of these teams must be sweating because they have so much work to put in. But Elite Army so far leading the pack so far. As I say that, though, the damage coming in, they've got the advantage in terms of position, but the zone is not in their favor.
And I love the way all these teams are playing right now, not wasting any time. Anytime you see an engagement come down or happen, they're jumping in for that third party. They smell blood. There's only 4 squads left. Who's going to be the victor? Elite Gaming, the favorites, are already knocked out for the second time on the second map. And Mayo Addicts are in a very good position to clutch out this game, making a rotation into zone here. Looking for some hit people. They did a lot of chip damage, even more. K9 absolutely tearing enemies up right now.
Ooh, they're looking good. They got the shield there for that bombardment to keep them safe. But it is going to be wasting a little bit of time, and there goes your jump pad. Unfortunately, going to have to go in on foot if you want to get closer and close the gap. Potentially take another team out for the count. We're in our top 4 so far, and it has been non-stop action here on Olympus. So far, these teams are looking so good, so strong, and so aggressive, which I'm loving to see. Here we go. 301 hitting strong. The tracing doing well. Oh, the cracks coming through surely, but Gibby lives to fight another day as Cooper goes in and actually gets that return, leading the pack now. The kill leader with 4 kills so far, and those red shields are looking so good right now. Having that heading to the top 3 is going to be a bonus.
Oh man, Cooper played so aggressively there. He had full faith in his team backing up, and he trusted his own aim. He jumped in there, brought down to Mayo Addicts, really feeling it right now. 3 squads left, 9 players remaining. This is the finale. This is the boss battles. And the best way to see it, when there's 3 teams left at the end, is always exciting because whoever makes the first move is always under pressure because the third party is always there, always available. We see hostiles detected there from NASA's scan. Are they going to punish? Do they want to go for this? See where the top 2 finish. They see the enemies outside there.
Oh, you were talking about third parties. Here it comes through. Elite Gaming and Mayo Addicts rotating in, and both teams have full red shields. It's only Khans now with the non-red shields basically sitting waiting like ducks to see what's going to happen here. They've got the high rise here, they're in zone, they're safe as Mayo Gaming is rotating through. But it's gonna be interesting. Elite Army, Dark Esports, and Mayo Addicts. That's gonna be quite an interesting fight here. Top 3, and it's just a question mark of who's gonna be taking it away.
Mayo Addicts have looked like the best team so far in this lobby for the last remaining teams. They played the most aggressive. They've got a hell of a lot of kills, and they might just bring down another there. They down one. Red Gamma Venom is going to go down. Is he going to get killed there? Looks like it. Little bit of HP still left to be bubbled down. Gonna finally get the elimination there, and now it's going to be a 2-on-3 fight. They're still very, very healthy. The Gibby out is going to come down and do a lot of damage to Cooper. Cooper does have that shield battery. He's gonna regen up, and they're still looking to punish. Nas gets yet another kill. Mayo Addicts just cannot be stopped right now, and it looks like Dark Esports were too late to rotate because look at that damage. They did a third party in time, and now they're gonna pay the price for it. Instant down. Mayo Addicts, this is their game to close out, to win. They're smelling blood, and they're gonna take them out. Dark Esports, 1 player remaining. This guy's gonna rat, he's gonna run, he's gonna hide, but he's not gonna be allowed to. He's in a very weird position, and he's gonna be brought down. That's it. GG. Well played. Mayo Addicts take the second map.
Wow, that is such a good contention to come through, to take the second map away from Elite Gaming, away from so many teams that really, really were worthy of it, because we had such beautiful players. We had such insane 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th bodies. It's crazy to see that this is how it ended.
See, I just have to say that was probably the most stylish takedown I have seen in a long time. Like literally having the hand up, like, you know, punching and showing, like giving a peace sign. K9, what were you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, it was just amazing gameplay. The replay of game 2, you know, Elite Gaming didn't make it to the finals, which now officially is the first team to win that has won a game round and back-to-back. So Elite Gaming, you've just disappointed your forefathers, which are the people that have come before you, and it's not very nice. Esme, what do you say about this particular match that we saw? This replay was intense.
I mean, I mentioned it. I wanted surprises. I wanted Group C to be that surprising group that was just going to bring a constant contention for the top spots. And here we have it. Mayo Addicts now being the second team to win tonight. One of the maps that we've got. There's still 2 more left. And at this point, I can't safely say who I expect in that top 3.
Mayo Addicts, they like a lot of burger and mayonnaise on top. That's why they're called Mayo Addicts, because they're addicted to mayonnaise. I don't know what it means in terms of gaming, but I can definitely support this team. I'm gutted about the Nigerian Outlaws NG. But let's find out who on the Mayo Addicts team was the MVP of this match. And it is K9.
As expected,
K9.
well deserved.
4 kills.
Played aggressive. Did what he needed to do for his team, Dr. Sid. I'll give him the credit. He well deserved.
See,
he
he ate the right amount of mayo. He ate the right amount of mayo. When you eat good mayo, you play well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are super excited about game 2. It has been a masterclass. After a replay, we came back and we saw what the teams had to do. Players definitely learned from the first time around they went, the first time around on Olympus. As we saw, there was very little teams getting stuck in the zone, and the game was more compact in open field. And Camille, we did see a lot of those Gibby domes coming up.
You called it, Dr. Sid. You called it.
No, you called it. I just, you called it, my man. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back with game 3. We're going to jump to a break. It is, excuse me, still the NODWIN Gaming. I'm burping because that was so much. I ate a lot of action in that round. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by NODWIN Gaming. And you are watching us live, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. We will be right back right after this break. to say, anybody watching this stream right now has to fall in love with the theme music. You hear it and you just have to get your head bumping. And that's the G that comes with the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by NODWIN Gaming. We are back for match number 3. I'm here with Camille and Esmeree, the hottest casters on the continent and in the world. Literally, we are hard. Just look at this trio right here. You know what I'm saying?
Look at this lovely face. It's just so
You know
gorgeous.
You can't get enough of this. I'm not kidding. But
Only facts.
I want you to be the conscience in my back of my head, you know. I don't want the negative thought. I just want Dr. Sin's a hype man all the time.
Look,
you know?
I'm telling you, Camille is a supermodel. Look at Esmeree, man. Look at her hair. Like, come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the standings. Let's take a look at the standings after match 2.
Oh,
Woo!
that's surprising.
Look at that.
Okay, so, I mean, Mayo Addicts, they came through with a stellar performance, but to take away the top spot and just throw right on to first place, that is quite interesting to see. Dark Esports also making a comeback there, making it to second. Elite Army as well there with the top 3, and Cons as well. PunX Interactive, I was talking about it, they had such bad luck. My goodness, they had the worst luck that I've ever seen, but top 6 so far. Outlaws is a top 7, so I feel like you should notice that.
Man, I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad at all. I mean, this is cool to see. But you know, at the end of the day, what matters is what you look like in the top 40 table in the overall standings, which you're going to take a look at much later on at the end of the show today. But what it's looking like, and I'm excited about, is the fact that this particular Group C standing has been changing and isn't looking like one team is going to dominate. Now I'm like, I don't even know what's going to happen in the third match, and that's like just something I'm looking forward to. But where are we going? We are going back to life, back to reality. We are going. Does anybody know that song?
That's a good one.
I think I just exposed how old I am. We are going back to Kings Canyon. Camille, walk us through this map, and from your experience, what you've seen with the gameplay, what do you think our teams are going to do? Are they going to switch up metas? Are we going to have some variance in what we saw on Olympus?
Listen, I'm so happy we're going back to Kings Canyon. Olympus is just... It's just Olympus, man. It's always so crazy there. Mad things going down all the time. Third parties, fourth parties, fifth parties. It's always the situation. King Canyon, you can play a little smarter. You can rotate a little better. There's nice spots to hide in. It's a bit more balanced. There isn't so much open fields, open plains where you can just get caught all the time. When one guy has a sniper rifle, farming like 1,000 damage just with that alone over every team that walks by. I'm a fan. Obviously, it's great to see the bloodbath of Olympus sometimes, but I'm very happy we're making our way all the way back to Kings Canyon.
Esmeree, who are you rooting for in this match 3? Because like we noticed in the last couple of games, this third match is the make or break one. This is the match where you have a chance to correct your mistakes and get some points on the leaderboard to hopefully qualify for the next round.
I'm definitely looking at Mayo Addicts and PunX Interactive to potentially give another bit of a wrench in the works for Elite Gaming. So those 3 teams are who I'm definitely going to be watching out for because they've been hitting some beautiful shots tonight.
Well, at this point, I'm going to head out as I usually do and get on the phone and find out who's the Outlaws NG and tell them to buck up, as my boy Camille says, and bring it, because if you get this is the time to put up or shut up, go hard or go home. Yes, and I'm going home to go and have a pineapple or something. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by NODWIN Gaming Africa. Make sure you follow us on all our socials. And I'm handing over right now to Camille and to Emil and Kesbury. Take it away, guys.
Esmeree, since he butchered our names twice, it was funny the first time. I'm going to break a essential rule of broadcasting. Never talk about the behind the scenes, but I'm going to leak here. during the break, during the AFK time, Dr. Sid did indeed choke on a pineapple. True story. Esmery can confirm. Did you see it, Esmery? There
I didn't see
go.
it.
Exposed.
I heard the aftermath.
Exposed. But all memes aside, heading back into Apex Legends, very impressive Mayo Addicts. They dominated the last lobby. They played in exciting fashion. They made good rotations. They were the best team in map number 2. I want to see that same energy in this map 3 as well. This is the map that Tenjo Play spoke about as well. When we got into Group B, when we got into this third map, he's like, this is do or die for a lot of teams. This is where you got to make it or break it, because this is the most tightly contested one. There isn't 4 maps to play anymore. There's just 2 left. We're over the halfway mark. So I'm very excited to see what these teams do. One thing I'll say before I hand over back to you, Esmery, is that I want to see PunX Gaming get a bit more points this time around. I feel like they're one of the more aggressive teams. They're getting a lot of kills, but they're getting unlucky and they're getting third party in very awkward places. If they can choose their engagements just a little bit better, they could be in the running for a top 5 spot for sure.
Look, I don't know if it was just the craze of Olympus, but there were a lot of teams that I saw rotating just really split up. And I mean, I'm going to cut myself short here because PVNJ are already taking some fights. All their shields are knocked out of the count and broken as they hightail it out of there because they just do not have the assets to take this fight right now. They need to make sure and ensure that they are alive for the rest of this map. We're still on 13 squads, but Tue Bets goes down. Oh no. That's a bit of a problem now.
He fell off the map.
I think
I wonder what the team comms is like right now. I wonder if he's
just like, seriously, dude?
Like, it's alright,
Seriously?
fam. We'll get there. We got this. Don't worry, it's early in the game. I know what my reaction would be if I was on his team, but I don't think I'm a poster boy for behavior in gaming.
Look, normally that's me, and my team is the ones recovering my banner, so I'm not going to say anything on
God
that
damn
topic.
it, Esmery, what are you doing in this game? I'm just kidding.
It happens more often than I'd like. That's why I have to choose my battles wisely if I play Octane, because, yeah, my aim's not so good with the jump pads. Looking at it now, though, Outlaws also down to 2 players. One banner to recover, but Elite Gaming also hot on their tail. This Wraith is going to have to make some moves if they want to stay alive, and no! Dr. Sid, it's okay. It's okay. Go give them a call. Give them some encouragement here, but PunX Interactive looking to take 1 squad wipe of their own, and just like that, we've taken 2 squads out of the count. Ooh, already some kill leader vibes going through here. 3 kills looking good. We win these. This is the first time we've actually had an opportunity to look at them. Also looking for the third party here, looking to take a couple of kills of their own.
They do get a scan on 3. How are they going to manage to rotate? How do they want to take these fights? Let's see if their name rings through and they win this engagement, or are they going to fall? They're looking like they want a hard commit there. Each team playing very aggressive, holding the building quite nicely throughout the thermite. Remaining a Crane Freaky, taking an insane amount of damage. He gets outside of the door. He should be able to heal up now. Elite Army looking to clean up. They drop 1. They get the kill on another. And outside, ooh, we see we win these. Losing 1. Can Crane Freaky and the boys pick up the slack? Where he Haija, for real? Oh, I got his name right. He's going, oh, 4 hostiles. That means gang third parties happening here. Craziness all around. The most contested building in the history of Apex Legends right now.
I don't know, that tunnel from Olympus was pretty contested as well. We'll see how it goes. We need at least another 6th and 7th party, and then we can talk about contention for the top spots there. But for now, we win these are going to have to go on the recovery and have to hightail it out of there. And they are being hunted. Look at that, just heading through, saying, please, not right now, we are busy. Going through the tunnel there just to try and put some space between them and all of the aggressive teams so far. But we're already to top 10, already, in a matter of seconds. And, oh, are we going for the banner? Are we going for the banner recovery? This is going to be an interesting one. If so, then Hydra might be able to be brought back into this game, which would be absolutely fantastic. But it's a bit risky here. I think those teams haven't even rotated off or thought about rotating off.
They look like they're scouting for now. They're playing the patient game. They still got more than enough time to make this rotation and go get it. They're not too healthy on the Bloodhound, but that's just because he's got poor white shields. But for the most part, they should be able to take a fight. But it looks like Elite Gaming are scouting them out here.
I think Elite Gaming have actually turned their backs. They're not looking at the banner. They're going for a second team. This is the third party you were talking about.
And Elite Gaming want to get their title back. They want to be the leaders of this group. They're sitting at second place right now. Mayo, Addicts did dethrone them. Let's see if they're going to be like Michael Jordan and take this personally.
Man, oh man, you can see Khans coming through here trying to do a little bit of damage of their own already. 1 out for the count and no chance to be recovered. Look at the situation now. You've got Bloodline and Gibby now to work with here. You don't have that Octane, you don't have that mobility to work with, and you're already down a foot whenever you take into a squad fight. So, for Khans right now, this is a bit of a disadvantaged situation, but they can potentially make it work depending on the rotations going through here. It does seem like the rest of the teams have pulled back, and some breathing room might be coming through, at least not if you're being chased by Elite Gaming so far. Still taking this aggressive composition and still going for as many kills as they possibly can right now.
Vaya has been one of the most aggressive players in this lobbies thus far. For good reason, he can pull off all his strategies like Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. He never stops. He's always ready to go. Not going to be accurate on those high shots on the wingman, and his armor's going to get cracked as well, but he's not really fearing anything. He's trusting his aim, and he's trusting his backup from his teammates. He just wants to bring people down. Quite literally there, because the guy was up in the air.
So puns definitely, you know, intended there, but still going back to Khans, they have found the second team that they were looking at now, and they're hot on the tails of getting those kills potentially. You can see here the scout tapping away, not making the connection though, because that Octane is just way too quick to work. But looking back at our champions from the previous map, Mayo Addicts here hot in one of their own battles right now, and that bombardment is coming in strong. Cooper in the thick of it right now, just trying to stay alive. Will be getting the bat off, so he should be fine while his teammates rotate in to take down the team. And in the meantime, they have to worry, as we mentioned, about those third, those fourth, those fifth parties. I think they might even have a little bit of PTSD from all of the third, fifth, and fifth partying that they saw from Olympus.
Oh man, this game is very tightly contested so far. Very aggressive third match in the lobby. There is still 10 teams left. The first few teams did get taken out very early, so the rest of the team managing to hold their own so far. Even though some teams have been playing like only 2 players left and such, it's still been a very competitive game. Oh, Dire Apex might get caught here. Elite Gaming, they're jumping in, they get the down, they're going to get the elimination here as well. Can they find the rest of the team? Yes, they do. Do they? They probably do. I'm not sure. We'll find out in a second.
Either way, we're down to 9 squads so far, and I mean, we were talking about, you know, that third, that fourth, that fifth party. Look at the positioning right now of Elite Gaming, and I mean, just seconds ago, we had Mayo Addicts here taking a fight with 1 or 2 teams. So these teams right now are so closely behind each other that any of these teams can really ruin another team's body right now, because, I mean, you hear the fights. What is stopping you from going and taking the kills for your own? You need the points. You definitely want to be getting those
two
points.
knocked here.
Oh
in trouble.
no! PunX Interactive!
Trying to get some revenge here. They bring them all down. Easy money. Elite Gaming third party them in the last game, and they're like, we're not gonna forget. They took it personally. And they put themselves in the top 10 in phenomenal fashion. I do think there's still some members of Elite Gaming alive, but there were 2 members dropped and 1 member most certainly downed. I mean, killed, rather.
That's a bit of a situation.
Oh, but now PunX getting third partied. Looks like Mayo Addicts doing what they do best. They dropped Coldwell? I don't know how to say his name. It's a very weird combination of letters. Mayo Addicts looking good right now, regardless. They're looking to push forward. Cooper, they're in front. Octane about to catch up. They on the hunt, as always. Via the last player remaining on Elite Gaming. And ooh, he gets the kill. Kill secured, or rather, down secured. Should be able to steal that kill quite comfortably. And look at the damage he's outputting. Man against the world, and he's doing it.
Ooh, has the digital threat as well. So, I mean, Bangalore's are not going to be of many use right now. But going to have to take this rotation away. That means his banners, his teammates' banners will not be able to be recovered. I mean, you've got Mayo Addicts just holding and waiting for those rotations to come through and waiting for more teams to try their luck. Right now, PunX Interactive, we saw them doing a little bit of damage there to Elite Gaming, getting a little bit of that revenge, as we said. But now, they're hot on the rotations themselves, having to take another sacrifice to just try and survive. Oh. As I say that, though, it looks like the Wraith, or the Octane, rather, will be going, potentially, getting closer and closer for that revive. Just waiting for the banner. Oh, no. You hate to see it. Just the eyes closing. Just those final moments. No.
Stay awake just a little longer.
Just
Have that last sip of Red Bull. Make it out of there, man. But I think it might be for the better. I don't think they have the... They have a hero who can go in and fetch the banner quickly, but they don't have heroes that can sit and raise the whole time. They don't have a defensive hero like a Gibraltar, a Bangalore Smoke, for example, there. Or a Lifeline to just have the bot do all the hard carrying on the heel. So picking up the banner, getting that recover. We are in the second zone. They can make it back. Not too much worry for PunX. They've been in worse situations so far in these lobbies.
Unfortunately, though, looking at those rotations, I think there was a sonar detected as well as the Octane wanted to go through and get that Bangalore banger. So, unfortunately for them, they might have to just put that aside for now. Talking about putting a pin in it, Vyas has made it out alive so far, and he's still dealing damage. He's not stopping whatsoever.
Scott?
He doesn't care that he's alone. He's like, nah, I've got this. I need to clutch this out for my teammates. Oh, I need to hop and skip and
a lot of damage here, though. Okay, he's gonna get the bat off. He's gonna get the bat off. I believe he's gonna take one down here if they try to go for him. Look at this. Already cracked one. Looking to go for more.
I mean, the ammo and the supplies that he has available right now speak for themselves. And I mean, as a Revenant taking a solo fight, you've got that opportunity to drop that the death totem. So it's opportunities here for Vyas, especially with the ultimate recharge that he has available. He can just keep throwing those death totems and keep being a thorn in team sides. That is if you're
Look at
not getting
he's just
third
putting on
party.
so much damage, Esmery. He's
not stopping.
He's
doesn't
unstoppable
care.
right now. This is John Wick stuff right here.
His damage has definitely gone a lot higher since he started solo. John Wick is here in the form of Vyas. Tonight, we're going to be seeing some action. Either way, though, I mean, we're up to 8 squads. We're on the 3rd zone. And all that we've been seeing is Vyas just hunting damage so far. We haven't really seen entire squads dropped. I think a lot of squads are down to 1 member remaining, or 2 at the worst case. So, I mean, if your team's like Mayo Addicts that have all 3 members alive right now, you're pretty happy with yourself.
A lot of action going down here. This 3rd zone has 8 teams left in it. All tactical chesses, all these teams looking for the win. Maybe Vyas, he's just looking to be the thorn in people's side, but he is there. He's going to be looking to kill steal there. He does have the opportunity to. Mayo Addicts playing the very far range game here without 301. And Vyas, look at that. He's going to get the down there. He is a beast. This man cannot be stopped right now. He's going to get the kill here most likely. And he's got the totem. He is the kill leader by himself. Esmery, what? This is sensational. Absolutely sensational.
Oh, this is MVP stuff right here. Vyas has not given up. He is here to clutch it out for his team. As you said, John Wick stuff right now, right here in the African Throwdown. And he's putting on a masterclass right now. I mean, with the wingman as well. Oh, that in itself is quite an interesting one to take through.
Dark Sports set up in a very good place right now. On this high ground, doing a lot of damage. Can they push forward? Can they capitalize? In a decent place. They got the sniper here on the high ground as well. We're going to get the shots out, but Yizhu taking a lot of damage himself. Going to have to pop the shield cells. Heal his armor all the way back up. They're in a decent position though. Let's see if they can hold it.
Gonna have to rotate through. I mean, you've got Vyas on the back line looking to third party a couple of more teams, but rotations coming in now as the 3rd zone coming in is gonna force a lot of these teams to really get close and comfortable with what might be our top 7 as Cole takes out the last remaining member there. Reaper going down, and already so many shots have been punted so far. Dark as well taking another fight, dropping a couple of players, even looking to drop a squad, and they will. Top 6, here we are already in a matter of seconds.
And the zone about to close. Still a decent amount of space here in ring number 3. So we won't have to see anything too crazy. And now we see a fight breaking out. Okay.
Third
Dark
party,
taking a
fourth
lot
parties.
of damage here. Mayo Addicts trying to punish. Getting a lot of damage out cold. Got a consistent stream of damage there.
It's interesting to see.
And
I
now
mean, so
K9
much damage.
gets the drop on one of the Dark's members. GU gonna be down. K9 gonna go in for the finish. He's looking for it. Okay, his team
He's
snaps
gonna
it
get
up
it
for
for
him.
No worries, he's got it. But I am interested to see what Vias is up to right now. We did see him go up to that balloon to get that initial rotate. So he's playing solo. At least we are confirmed he's one of the solo players in this top 5, as far as I know, unless he's been dropped in the meantime. But I don't know how far this rat can go. I don't know how far John Wick can take this in the top 5 alone and afraid. But Drip Apex still remaining there with 2 players. As you can see, Vias still being fine. Taking all the loot that he needs to, getting ready for the top 5 fights. Elite Army as well, making another appearance in the top 5. Again, being consistent in that from the previous map. So these squads are looking a little bit more familiar. I think we might be slowly but surely solidifying who is our top boys. And, well, I can't judge. Top boys, girls, everything in between in Group C.
Have you seen the Netflix series Top Boys, Esmery? He's gonna make movie references the entire cast. Very good show, by the way. Alright, we got the prediction from Dr. Sid. He's putting his money on Elite Gaming. But Elite Gaming have been taken out already. Elite Army, though, they in top tier shape right now.
Vias is still alive, flying the Elite Gaming banner high, so potentially we might see a bit of an Elite versus Elite here. Still top 5, still a lot of damage being dealt in the meantime as the rotations have to come through. And look at that zone. That final zone is going to be a pain in a lot of these teams. Because, I mean, the way that the pathing that they have to take to get into a safe position, as you can see here, it has to go through
the best position in zone is all I'm saying. He's rotated early. If I was these teams, I wouldn't fear the boogeyman. I'd fear Vias right now because he is the ultimate X factor right now in this lobby. Every other team has a clear idea of what they want to do. We see Ice Cream and Sir Alchemy are playing just 2 versus, you know, all the other 3 squads, and obviously Vias is 1 squad. Mayo Addicts are primed. They're looking like our favorite so far for the lobby, but they have a lot of competition this time round.
A lot indeed. I mean, the zone is so small. We still have 5 squads remaining. To be fair, like we see with Vias, some squads, you know, don't really have all of their members remaining. But oh, the rotation's coming through, and Vias, he's still not stopping. He's looking for some damage. He's looking for some kills. Good thing that death totem is in there.
So again, Mayo Addicts also. Beast of the Hunt popped. Ultimate is ready. Or they're gonna find Nas. Gonna try to duke it out here. Gets a lot of damage out, but the shot's not on the mark, and he might be in trouble. Is he gonna get punished? Gonna be forced out into zone, or on the edge of the zone rather. He's looking to go back. 2 of his teammates down, so he's gonna be man against the world. Is he gonna be punished there?
Oh, if he's not gonna be punished immediately by the Gibby, he's gonna be punished there by Mayo Addicts coming in for the 3rd party. They're looking for all the kills right now, and they might just be able and in a good position to wipe out 2 squads right now. Can land the shots.
Not on the marks for 1, but they should get the kill eventually. The melee hit gonna do the trick there. Team ST6, they're gonna get knocked out here. Ice Cream still surviving, doing a lot of damage to the G7 scout. Not the best gun for these close-range encounters, but he's making it work. Is he gonna get another down there? No! He sprayed a little wide. Composure on the market. Look who's here! The boogeyman. Vias is back. He's still fighting. He's still doing damage. He's still in a good position. Throwing out grenades for days.
I mean, you were saying don't fear the
and
boogeyman. I mean,
they're in trouble here. They got 2 down. Cooper against the world. Can he win this fight? Vias still 3rd partying. Man, oh man, he's just unstoppable right now. He's getting damage from everywhere. He cannot be stopped.
This is insane. We've got 4 squads remaining, and majority of these members are dropping like flies to either Vias or the 3rd parties coming through. He's on to 2k damage with 7 kills, and he's not stopping anytime soon. The tracking that's coming through right now with this 301 is ridiculous.
My God!
We're down to 2 squads. 2 squads and 1 member remaining from Elite Gaming that is looking so strong to take this into a win. He just has to find out who...
And who's gonna win? It has to be Vias. He's gonna do it. He's got the tracking. He's got the aim. He's got the resources. Can he do it? He throws out the grenade. The portal is there. Is it gonna be enough? Vias duking and diving, going to the portal himself. This is so hype, and he does it. Man against the world. No. Yes, he did. Oh my God. What did we just see?
I am in disbelief right now. Elite Gaming, or sorry, Vias from Elite Gaming has just clutched it out for his team and taken the win. Elite Gaming have 2 in a row tonight, and I mean that win alone should prove to you who should be MVP.
Camille, say it. Say it.
Dr. Sid was right.
Say it.
Never
Thank
doubt
you.
the
Thank
doctor.
You. Listen. I've been watching Vias, and I knew that with the skill that he had, he was just gonna sit back and third party everybody and get the win. That was awesome. That is what you call clutch play. With the kills as well. Listen, can we just roll the championship banner? Let's roll that championship banner, and it should just say Vias, not Elite Gaming.
The boogeyman, never doubting him again. I have no words. That was one of the craziest things I've seen in my history in gaming. Amazing.
I just have to say that
no
that this game should be saved as a how-to video. Yes. No. Change it to Vias. Ladies and gentlemen, EliteGamingRSA, champions of March 3. I already know.
I wonder who the MVP is going to be.
I know.
Head scratcher.
No idea.
Head scratcher this time.
9 kills, and over 2,000 damage. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Vias Apex Twitch.
That's ridiculous.
Yo, listen. Can we get that guy on an interview? Like, I want to talk to him. I want to ask him some questions. I want to be like, my brother, what were you thinking in that particular moment when you saw that the teams were down? How did you just rely with your full chest? You went in there like a hard guy and destroyed it and won. I'm telling you, that's just excitement. Oh my God, you can't get this anywhere else but the African Throwdown of Apex Legends, brought to you by NODWIN Gaming. We told you it was going to be excitement. We told you it was going to be energy, and you can see it here. If you didn't watch it, you're going to watch a replay. Enjoy. Let's just go to a break while I soak in the glory of Vias Apex Twitch. Vias Twitch Apex. Apex Twitch Vias.
I think Dr. Sid carries us on his panel as hard as Vias carries Elite Gaming.
It does.
Yeah.
100%.
We'll be right back. You hurt my dog. I'm coming for you. My name is Vias. Apex Twitch you. Apex Week you. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw an official wicking out of a player at the Apex Legends African Throwdown. My name is Dr. Sid. I am here with Camille and Esmery. And this trifecta just witnessed. I know I've been using the word masterclass all tournament long, but this was what you call a masterclass in clutching. And I'm not talking clutching as in when you are driving a stick shift. Clutching as in when the chips are down and there's nothing happening. You just remember that somebody on this field killed your dog and you just weak out. Because what Vias Apex just did was unbelievable. Now, what I'm super excited to see right now is the standings to see the results of what he just did. Let's take a look at the standings. Camille, whoo!
Listen. Elite Gaming as a whole had a very shaky map 3. They got picked out early. The revenge was there. PunX got their third party, came in right at the right time. It looked like Elite Gaming were down and out of it. But Vias, man, with that transcendent performance, gets his team back right up at the top of the group. Mayo Addicts right behind them, just 8 points behind with 30 kills behind, just 1 kill there. These are the top 2 teams of the group, undisputed. Dark Esports, they are, as Tendo would say, a proper scrim team. If you watch the way they play the zones, they play for placements. They're not a very aggressive team, so not the most exciting team, but it's been effective so far. They're third in the group. Elite Army have been great, all-round balanced team. They've been not doing the end games too well, haven't been executing perfectly there. And man, PunX Interactive Gaming, I want to see them higher up on the board. They play fun Apex. They've only got 9 points from placement. Just think about how crazy that is, because they've got 19 kills carrying them up the leaderboard. So maybe in this fourth and final game, they can clutch out, maybe get a higher placement finishing as well as the kills and get that top 3 placement. But we just have to find out how things go as the match takes place.
Esmery,
final round.
I know you had hopes to see PunX definitely move up the ladder, and we did say that that game match 3 was definitely the put up or shut up game, go hard or go home. Do you think they have a chance to move up and get some higher placements? Because they had some really terrible placements so far. Do you think they have a chance on this map that is the fall off and oh my god, it's Olympus?
Look, the thing is with PunX Interactive, and Camille said it, they play really fun Apex. They play super aggressive Apex, and I love watching them play. In terms of whether they can move up in placements, it's going to depend on their rotations, quite honestly. They keep finding themselves in the midst of 4th and 5th and 6th parties constantly, and obviously that means they're at a disadvantage. So they get taken out relatively early, but they get the kills to that point. So obviously that's why you're seeing them in that top 5 positioning. So yeah, I think it's definitely possible, but they're going to have to change something fundamentally about the fights that they choose to take. If they can do that and they can still keep up the same PunX energy that they've been giving us, I definitely think they have what it takes to move up those rankings.
Camille, what are we looking at in terms of comps and metas for this final match of the day?
I feel like we have been seeing a lot of the Revenant. I think Vias showed how good that hero can, or that legend can be. But then again, he just went God mode. So don't take too much from that. But we've seen a lot of the Revenant, the Octane combos here. I assume we're going to see a lot of more of them. Gibby, as I spoke about, always, you know I'm a homer for him, Dr. Sid. On this Olympus map, he provides things that no other legends can. I don't know how. I think a lot of the teams are going to go all in on the attacking legends, and I think that's the right player, because I don't think anybody's going to be playing slow on this fourth and final map, especially on Olympus. So I was saying on the second map that I want to see teams switch to more defensive legends like your Jibs, like your Caustics, your Watsons even, where you can hold areas, hold buildings. But this time around, I think you just need to YOLO swag it, man. Teams just jump in there, be ready to fight, be aggressive.
Well, I hope the Outlaws are listening to you right now and they can work a miracle to just help West Africa do something amazing, because it is the African Throwdown and we are super excited. It's the Apex Legends African Throwdown brought to you by NODWIN Gaming. We are going into the final match. match of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are back in the capable hands of Esmery and Camille. I said it right this time.
I was waiting for it. I was sitting here in anticipation to see what my name is going to be this time.
You got it right this time.
You
No
got it.
stress, no worries. Dr. Sid is getting tired of the jokes at the end of the night, but you know what we're not tired of? Is Apex Legends. We're watching the first place team, EliteGamingRSA, on their drop here. Don't think anybody's going to be silly enough to 50-50 them. But man, oh man, here's the man of the hour, Vias. I don't think he could literally take his hands off the keyboard, go to sleep right now, AFK in this game, and he'll still be the AFK of the entire night of Group C's broadcast, Esmery.
Yeah, I could use that.
Oh, I don't know. The way just speechless. That's just what I'm gonna leave it at. But taking it through now, this is the question: is Elite Gaming gonna be taking the final map of tonight and finishing off with a 3-map win streak? We'll see. We'll wait and see. They've obviously been, as I said, thefted by someone stole that second map win, and now what they can hope for is another win to finish it off with and potentially just take their points even higher. They're looking good so far, but they're only 8 points ahead of second place so far. So they definitely want to be making quite a big bang in this last map, which is very different to see. I mean, in our previous groups, we've had our top 3, our top 1 and 2 so definitive that the teams didn't really have to worry when it came to map 4. They just went at it, they played their game, they had some fun, and they just absolutely dominated. And now, though, there's a little bit of pressure. There's a little bit of pressure to see who this top 5 is really going to be at the end of the night.
Lucas doing a decent amount of damage there, and I completely agree with you. Your top 2 kind of cemented for the moment, unless some team does something really spectacular, like Dark Esports. They're 30 points behind to get that in one game. If they clutch a win and get a lot of kills, they can catch up to the top 2 spot. But for the most part, I don't see them playing in that fashion. Maybe they do clutch a win because they have been playing zone quite well. They've been playing quite conservatively. Is a possibility. But from that 3rd place to 5th, 6th, and 7th place, I feel like there's a lot of opportunity to make it to the podium for a lot of teams. PunX, they've been showing they can get kills. Can they get the placements now as well? Can Dark Esports continue playing consistently and get that high placement to secure their podium finish? There's a lot of opportunity for a lot of teams here. But the top 2 battle is very interesting. Who's going to be first place in the group? In the totality of things, it doesn't really matter who's number 1 because this is just the qualifiers. But how much pride is on the line for these 2 teams? Who's going to prove they're the best of the night? I'm very curious to see. I feel like Mayo Addicts have been the better team, but the MVP of this lobby goes without saying, Vias.
Absolutely. And I mean, ultimately, you want to be looking at who's your top 40 going to be, right? These are the group stages, so every team here needs to put up a showing tonight. They need to get into that top 40 and make sure that they get into the semis and prove themselves. You can see a little bit of action already starting off with our 2nd place winners so far. Dark Esports going ham, looking for more. Sorry,
Oh,
I mean
no.
our 3rd place. Oh, in
Not
the
the
ring we
boxing
are.
ring.
But there's no one to join him. Man, come on. Already. Ooh, PunX Interactive starting it off strong, and I think they just took out what I believe to be Trojan potentially there. I see 3 players dropping, I see 12 squads left, and I see PunX already starting it out strong. So again, like I said, if they can keep this up and just make sure that their rotations don't catch them off by guard and they don't get, clustered between every single team on the map, they should be fine to get those placements. In the meantime, though, Spartans looking to be in a bit of trouble here. Taking quite a bit of damage, falling off to get those shields down as they reset and wait for the enemy teams to try and take a win here. In the meantime, Dark Esports looking to take the kills. Rotating through and taking this absolutely aggressively. That Bangalore is feeling it. The R301 doing the damage, and the Spitfire, anything but the Spitfire, coming in clutch to finish her off. Now it's a question of what is happening here with third parties. That Pathfinder not feeling too good either, and it's just not stopping right now. Dark Esports looking for the kills.
I love what they're doing here. The fight's not over just yet. Like you said, third parties coming through, but they just clean them up. This is what's been lacking from Dark Esports. These aggressive plays, getting those kills, getting those kill points. They've been getting the placements, but they've been struggling with, getting the high level shields early to secure the end game, to getting those extra points from these kills, to assert their dominance on the lobby with fear in the hearts of the enemies. And this time around, they're doing it.
Yeah, it's not placements alone that are going to get you into that top 40 and that are going to get you to that prize pool winning spot. You need to be getting some high kill counts as well. We've seen so many teams before they put down such high kill numbers that for any team out there that wants to win this, they need to do the exact same. Placements and kills. It has to be a combination of both at this point just to catch up to the rest. So especially for Dark, we said it's possible. It's 30 points difference, so that's a first prize win and at least 10 kills. That's doable. Absolutely doable, especially if they continue this aggressive play.
Yes, indeed. EliteGaming gonna scout one out down there. How do they want to push? They're playing quite conservatively for the usual standards. They haven't gone for anything crazy just yet, but there we see the Octane plus Revenant combo. They're gonna jump in. They're gonna get it down immediately. GU, Dark Esports. They got the kills this time around, but I don't think they're gonna be getting the placement because EliteGaming has something to say. They get 2 down. They're gonna find the 3rd, hopefully, and this should be an easy elimination for the leaders of the group number C. Well,
Wow.
group letter
Okay.
C.
I mean, they just said no. Sorry. First and second is ours.
Look at Jazz Jurek pinging the Mozambique for BM. What a legend.
Mozambique, man. I don't know. I still don't like that gun. I don't care about the hot I don't care about the buffs. I know. I have PTSD from season 1. No.
It's crazy. After all these seasons, the gun is still a meme gun. It's hilarious. And now we see a fight break on. We win these. Are they gonna win this though? Some decent damage coming out here from Hija for real. Can they finish things off? We're about to find out. A little bit of lag.
Please no. Please no. Don't.
No. I'm in shambles. I'm broken. Well, I guess it's more Apex. The lobby wasn't too far in. I guess Dark Esports are going to be celebrating like, we have a do-over. But, rough situation.
I mean, we've seen some crazy things tonight. We've seen one of the most contested spots I've ever seen on Olympus in my life. We've seen a absolute John Wick Chad coming through on Kings Canyon, and now Olympus once again. It's Olympus. I'm telling you, it's Olympus.
It's a cursed map. It's a cursed map. Let's just go back to Kings Canyon. We're ready for it.
Olympus. Don't let me go Nollywood on you. Don't let me go Nollywood on you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are good. Listen, I think it's the viewers. I think people watching at home want more Apex. And that's what we're going to give you guys. So we're going to take a quick break and do a rehost, and we get to have some more Apex. The Apex Legends African Throwdown is going on. NODWIN Gaming bringing you the action. Camille, let's be ready. Hey, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again with the action at the Apex Legends African Throwdown, where we are throwing down the gauntlet to the rest of the world to see what Africa is on about. I'm here with Camille and Esmery, who have been doing an amazing job giving us the blow-by-blow accounts of what's happening in Kings Canyon and Olympus. We had some technical difficulties on Olympus in our fourth match. We're doing a rehost right now, but we're going straight back into the action. There's no time to waste. Like we're diving straight in and just going straight back into the action. But Camille, tell me, what are you feeling now?
Let me tell you what happened, right? The Apex server gods were like, listen here, Elite Gaming are doing far too well in this final map. We're gonna make sure Viaz's teammates die again so we can see John Wick number 2 this time. That's what happened. Stream, you heard it here first.
The sequel. Here we go.
There we go.
So what you're telling me is that my prediction in part yes, it's going to happen again. Part 3 of part 4, yes. So Esmery, let's take it away back to that place that we're going to, which is Olympus.
Olympus again.
Olympus is supposed to be the city or the mountain of the gods. But who's going to be the gods popping up in this next and final match in Group C?
I really do think Elite Gaming have something to prove, right? They're like, we've got Vias, right? But we as a team, I don't want to say it, but either way, I think Elite Gaming throughout tonight were the ones to watch. And now I'm watching them even closer, whether or not I'm watching them just purely for Vias or I'm watching to see if the other two members are going to be pulling a John Wick as well. I don't know. Either way, I do think that between them, Mayo, Addicts, and Dark Esports, we should be seeing an interesting game. PunX, coming through. They will also be very aggressive, but Dark Esports and PunX got third-partied by Elite Gaming. So I think Elite Gaming is ready to take this number one spot all the way to the top and make sure that no one can get close to them.
I predict they're going to be shocked. Elite Gaming is going to be shocked in this particular round and probably drop out early. And I'm serious. Yep.
Calling big
I think it's going to happen. Yeah. I think Mayo Addicts are going to clutch, come hard. Maybe Outlaws NG might just
no bias.
Winning spot take right into the top. 20 kills, 20 plays.
I can't even say it out loud. Like I'm trying to be patriotic, but it's just so hard.
They have been really unlucky so far. I mean, we've been getting dislikes. They've been getting third party. They've been the first team that Elite Gaming has been finding.
They need to change their whole pattern. Wherever their brain says go, they should go the other way. But then again, that's all part of the excitement of what a tournament like this brings, bringing the African continent together. And what I want to say is that, for everybody who's watching, if you're not a regular gamer, you also have to understand that these kids and these players have put in a lot of effort to become competitive players, and this is an opportunity for them to showcase their talents and their hard work to a global audience, to show that they can definitely compete with the best of the best in the world, and esports in Africa needs to be recognized as a force that it is. I'm super excited to be part of this project, and I want to shout out to NODWIN Gaming Africa for making it happen. You know what I'm saying? So Camille, are you gonna be playing more? You know what? We should form an Apex team.
I think so too.
The worst Apex team in the entire African Throwdown. And we already got the name. Esmery remembers Game of Zones. That's the
Game of Zones.
We're going through. We need to have a theme song and everything.
So who's your legend gonna be, Camille?
Bloodhound. I'm out for blood, man. I don't mess about.
Esmery?
I'm definitely going with Octane.
So okay, Evil have put me in a tight spot now.
I mean, I can always go Lifeline, and then we've got a Bloodhound. We've got
So ideally, I was going to say
we can do the Revenant Octane combo.
Yeah, the Rev, because I was going to say
no, that's just immoral. We don't do it. They need to patch that out of the game. I'm tired of it. Remove it.
I want to be like Vias. I want to be the John Wick with my team, though, because I can't do it alone.
I was gonna.
Esmery,
You know,
to
so
be
I'm
like Bias.
definitely. So I would go.
Firstly,
Mirage.
you can't fall off the map.
Now you've put a wrench in my plan.
Sorry.
I would go Mirage. What do you think about Mirage?
That's a good one. We
That-
can bamboozle everyone.
then-
They won't know what's
Just
to do.
I would be bamboozling left, right, and center in my yellow banana suit. You know he has that yellow suit. Looks like a banana.
It's a fantastic suit. It really is.
Excellent skin.
And just imagine us running through Olympus in a banana suit. That would be nice to see. Dr. Sid in a banana suit.
It would be so hard to see you.
And if the producers of this show put me in a banana suit as a meme, I will come for somebody whose name starts with an N. Ladies and gentlemen,
I think you've just signed your death warrant. Yeah. I think it's happening, Sid. Someone has heard you tonight.
Oh my god!
And they will make it happen.
This is the Apex Legends African Throwdown. We are live around the world, coming to you from Olympus. It is brought to you by NODWIN Gaming. Make sure you follow us on all our socials at NODWIN Gaming Africa. My name is Dr. Sid, the happiest host on the planet, who's not going to be in a banana suit, begging, please. Leaving you right now in the very, very capable hands of our supercasters, Esmery and Camille. Please, no banana suit.
Please, a banana suit, thank you. Moving on to Olympus. Camille, here we are back in the Rift again. Hopefully this time we'll be staying till the end. Now, we have a bit of a question on our hands. We've got Elite Gaming up at the top there. We've got the Mayo Addicts up in second place. They are 8 points difference, and obviously that first start of the first version of this map that we won't talk about, there was a little bit of an upset. It was looking to be another Elite Gaming map, but a reset came through. So now the question is, how do these teams play? Do they now completely avoid Elite Gaming because clearly Elite Gaming is looking for the next win, or do they actually go and put the target on their backs?
I think I found a hashtag for us. Give Banana Sid. You're listening on stream. Spam that at NODWIN Gaming, at Dr. Sid the whole time. We're going to make it happen. I 100% believe. Yes, I think you 100% on the money. Elite Gaming have been, well, elite so far. They've been looking really good as the rounds have progressed. Let's see if they can replicate their performance in the last round of the tournament. Let's see how it goes. We see a lot of teams landing very early in the docks areas over to Oasis, Carrier, and looks to be in Power Grid as well. So we could see some early game fights, hopefully some 50-50s. Actually, maybe not. This is the last game of the evening. Let's make it a long one. I want a Zone 9 epic here, you know?
You want the zone to literally be the size of a coin and teams still fighting it out of the zone. The
size of my
happen.
Apex MMR.
Oh, that's quite it could work. Either way, though, Elite Gaming already dropped down and looking for a little bit of an early fight here. Bias definitely looking to look and take that first kill of the map.
He goes down! He's gonna get blood-bodied. He gets brought down. He's dead. PunX Gaming gonna get the revenge here once again.
Oh. Here it is, Dr.
It's a
Sid
2-on-1, I
coming
believe.
through.
It's a 2-on-1, believe. Let's see how it goes. Margin still down. They're going to go in. They're going to get the kill on Margin. Can they get the final kill there? One player remaining. Can they find them?
Jazuric has to make it happen here with the Mastiff in the vault right now. Has to clutch it out, otherwise Dr. Sid will be right for the second time tonight, every single time on Olympus.
How? He's a prophet.
He is the prophet of Olympus right now. It might seem though, but Jazuric looking to clutch it out for his team here. Has to connect the shots here with the Mastiff. It's gonna find one, but Tremble still looking to clutch it out.
Can he do it? It's a 1-on-1. It's so tense. What is happening? He's got the life advantage and he does it. Oh my god. Doctor said you were wrong. You lost your betting money, boy. Man, oh man, he's gonna get both the beacons. You know what? I'm never doubting Elite Gaming again in the history. They live for these 1v1 moments. Nobody can say these guys aren't exciting for the stream. Nobody. I mean 0 people.
That is insane. We've never seen such a contention for that first place spot as we have tonight in this Group C. But Elite Gaming are rising to the challenge here.
Hype! And look at Jazz Jurek. He's not even leaving loot for his friends. He's just picked it all up. He's like, nah, you guys had made me 1v9. You almost run with no loot here. All memes aside, that was impressive stuff. It was... Oh, that was like so tense. My heart rate's still elevated. I wonder how the rest of the lobby is looking. Probably okay. Not as exciting.
I mean, having that 1v1 clutch here for... I mean, what we were in. We're not even, like, close to closing the circle right now, but yeah, okay. Moving on quite swiftly. With that being said, PunX Interactive unfortunately out for the count. Oh, they put the target on Elite Gaming's back there, and it did not work out for them.
Doctor said, you know what that's called? Must I tell you what that is? It's a new experience for you. It's called a caster's curse. That's what you did to them.
Congratulations, it's your first one. We've done many, don't worry. Moving out now, Khans have spotted another team to look and take out of the competition here at Dark Esports, actually, in fact. Which will be interesting to see, because we are hoping to see a bit of an upset here in that top 3 spots. One of our best hopes for that being Dark Esports right now. So depending on how this plays out, we might be seeing a bit of a wrench in the circuits once again. Oh, the splits are just flying all the way around right now. I was trying to get those shots in. Armor has been cracked, but the final bullet just won't connect. Just go down already. Finish it off. In the meantime, rotations coming through, and the teams are starting to really put it on right now. We've got the Revenant, their totem still in play right now. The Scout pounding away. But Bloodhound and Revenant will be going down, leaving it all to Adamant to try and clutch it out for Khans. As his teammates go down, the rotation's coming through. He is clustered right now. 2v1 situation, and the melee just needs to connect, and that will be it for Khans.
That was exciting. This has been a hype final game. Action all around. Top tier plays from the teams. They're going to have to do a revive here on Dark, which could put us better in the works. It is just first zone. Not the worst case scenario just yet. And just like Elite Gaming, they're right next to the respawn spot. But teams looking to third party. It's going to be a 2-on-3 affair. Can they do this? One going to drop already. Nas in trouble. Jay-Z wins this rap battle. Now, Yishu, man against the world here. Can he pick up a beacon? Can he win the fight? It's going to be a 2-on-1. He does a decent amount of damage, but he can't do it in the end. The numbers advantage just too strong there.
Oh, but you were talking about third parties. Look who's lurking just around the corner right now. Elite Gaming, they've got all these shots going down, and they're looking to potentially...
This is like the 54th party, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's maybe a little bit too many parties here. But that keeps happening here on Olympus. It's a map that's designed to, I guess, cause chaos in this regard.
Maybe Olympus is New Zealand. It's like there's no corona left, so there's no need for social distancing. Everybody can be in the same place. It's all fine.
It's a party. It's a good time. Either way, when there's Apex, there's games, it's just a good time all the way around. We do see quite a bit of action there towards Orbital Cannon. You can see Elite Gaming, they're still in the zone right now, actually rotating closer towards the outside line. While two teams might be meeting sooner than they were hoping for. The zone has rotated in towards the middle of the map. So rotations need to start for the rest of the teams, and I do think a little bit of contention might be happening as they try to do so.
And we'll see how it goes. Elite Gaming back up to full stats on all their equipment, armor, guns, ammo, the whole shebang.
Jazz got the gold for getting that clutch. Makes sense, makes sense.
Love to see it. You love to see it. They're looking for some hunting outside the zone here. There were a lot of teams in the area, as you mentioned earlier. Are they going to find the engagements they're looking for is the question, though. Oh, and they're actually playing with Loba this time around. I didn't even notice. That's so awesome.
Margin has, switched off from the Wraith to the Octane, and Jazz has brought out the Loba. So
I'm wrong. That's Rampart. My bad.
Rampart, yeah, sorry. Loba's looting. So, I mean, that minigun in the hands of Elite Gaming could be scary. It could be very scary.
Now, we win these. That's their name, but I haven't seen them win any clutches just yet. But maybe that'll change. This is the 4th and final game. Maybe they've been warming up the last 3 rounds.
Might be coming through either way. Elite Gaming has spotted out a couple players to take out. Ooh, that tracking with a flat line. That is going to give you a little bit of hard complications right now if you're the enemy team as those shots come through. And as you said, time and time again, that death totem is an absolute thorn in the enemy side because that just gives them a free opportunity to take away so much more. It is
Mayo
Addicts
versus Elite Gaming. This is the match that we all wanted to see.
Versus second place right now.
Party, they're killing another team.
Oh,
my bad.
I wanted it, man. I had hype for it. But Elite Gaming is not too far off. Might happen either way. As that zone comes through, Elite Gaming now have to push up a little bit further, and that bombardment is still coming through. There is still another team just around the corner looking to take it. That shot not connecting just yet with the Kraber, but it could have been very bad right now if you're... I do believe it's Mayo Addicts.
And we win these, doing a decent amount of damage here. They're in a decent place. The scan actually going to be off the mark. They'll get 1 kill at least. But man, oh man, Elite Gaming sitting with a Kraber. How is that fair, Marie? How is that fair? Oh, they're going to find another. Actually, 1 gets dropped down. The team should be able to clean that up. Can they? The spot round, they're playing very well for the moment. No HP, no armor, no nothing. But Henry Duplessis still has the spirit alive. He's going to get a full shield battery off here. So we're going to have a little bit of survivability.
Yeah, so still 2 remaining for Elite Army. They can potentially still clutch this out. Numbers on the other side are a bit of a question mark right now. In the meantime, they do need to think about potentially getting that banner back if they want the rest of their team members to join them for this top 8. That Red coming out of the portal, not having a good time though, because all they're finding is a Spitfire. And that means that banner will be recovered. There's immediately a respawn right there. Such good luck right now for the rest of these teams. In the meanwhile, Elite Gaming looking for more. I mean, Jazz Yurik, he's already shown us masterclass in clutching for his team right now. And now this combination will be looking for more kills. I mean, surely right now they want to further that gap between 1st and 2nd place as far as they possibly can.
100%. This game has been super exciting. We've seen so many respawns. It's like the 3rd team respawn we're seeing so far. Only 2 bullets left on the Kraber. I'm sure Vias will put them to perfect work though. Not going to waste them just yet. He's 1.
For that perfect shot. Just waiting for it. Mayo Addicts as well under a bit of pressure here. Trying to get away. I think this is actually a 3rd party happening right in front of Elite Gaming right now. They're just below this position right now. And in the meantime, Mayo Addicts seem to be running away from another team. So we might be seeing a bit of that 1st and 2nd action already, depending on how the rotations come through. You can see Elite Gaming pushing up here to the exact rotation that we just saw from Mayo Addicts. Hot on the heels of that 2nd place position, looking to take them out as early as they can.
Absolutely 0 time to chill on this map. All these teams looking for blood. No games being played here in the 4th map. It's all serious business right now. Things are chilling out. People finding their spots. Hiding for the moment. We are only still on 2nd ring. It's still massive. Not like it matters in Olympus because teams are going to be fighting anyways.
Ooh, we actually just had a team drop. So we're down to 7 squads right now. 19 members remaining. Oh, that's a bit of a question mark right now. So as the rotations come through, like you said, we're only on the 2nd zone right now. It is busy closing. That zone is still pretty large, still pretty spacious for the moment. Get towards Hammond Labs. Is Elite Army still looking to try and find some kills here? XO1 has been revived as we saw, and now the team is looking to take as many points away as they can. I mean, looking at the standings right now, it really would be a good bonus for them to get here, but Drip Apex coming in strong here with the Gibby shield, repping the Gibbies like Camille loves it to be. Can they hit the shots
position though? They're in the zone, taking a lot of damage. So Alchemy on the run. They're getting hunted down. These decent amount of damage. Can they stand their ground? Can they win this engagement? Finally get out of zone, but they did lose one of their teammates. Lucas says bye-bye.
Horizon's not going to be waiting out for this, but Mayo Addicts, ooh, looking to punish a little bit more. I think they were actually fighting Elite Army there, were they not? Just had the same positioning, so, I mean, rotation's coming through, and we know that right behind Mayo Addicts was Elite Gaming. It looks like the rotation may have changed in the meantime, because they're busy fighting, looking to take this away. Oh, Vias trying to do what John Wick does best and to survive, but NWC coming through, taking him out. An Elite Army looking to take out Elite Gaming. It's the battle of the elites. Who's going to win it out is the question right now. That bolt is ridiculous. Takes out XO1. And now I believe only one member remaining for Elite Army here. Oh,
they dropped the ult as well on the ramp, but nobody can contest them in this area. It will be a very, very dangerous situation. Can they protect the big gun though? Doesn't look like it. They're gonna back out, but they're still in it. 6 squads left. They did lose one team member, the former MVP of the second map. Oh no, the third map. Let me not get my numbers wrong. Yeah.
Ooh, this rotation could be good though. The enemy team's not expecting it. They're gonna be caught completely off guard while they're looting and getting set up. Either way, they should have a straight beeline to the banner, depending on where this enemy team is sitting, where the elites of the elites are sitting right now. Oh, but the Gibby is waiting for it, sitting ready to take it out.
A lot of damage coming out from R99. A lot of ammo available. Sona comes out. They got the scan.
It's a 3v2 situation. I was completely wrong. So right now, Elite Gaming battling to try and get Vias's banner. They have no choice but to back off. It's that.
Oh, the charged rifle coming out. They're gonna get the knock. Should they get the finish? They're not enough damage, but they should be able to push and finish him off eventually. I don't think the res will be an option. Mayo Addicts priming themselves for the first place here. That could be the thing that secures them. They're only 8 points behind. They're gonna already have higher placing and maybe even more kills after this. Throwing the grenades out. They're looking for more. But they need a little bit of time to heal up. The third parties are always there. But I don't think they're scared of the fight. They're still healthy on resources here. They're gonna drop down the defensive bombardment. They're ready to go. Ultis are there. Just 30% off the ulti on the Bloodhound as well. With that extra sight, movement speed, and digital scope. With the Beast of the Hunt.
Ooh. The red shield combination right now here on Mayo Addicts. I mean, especially with that charge rifle, just such a beautiful weapon for just prodding constantly at your enemy teams and getting those Evo shields up and at them. Whoa! The tracing from these teams have been so consistent tonight. Do you see a bit of a chase coming through here? K9 is looking for that kill. He is hunting for it. That Bangalore is just saying, hi, hello, just stay away for now, please. Thank you very much. It's a 3v3 right now if they choose to take this through, and if they do, I mean, we've got a couple of ultis that they can work with here. Gibby just peeking out.
Oh my word, K9, that aim so on point. He held that angle for so long and he paid dividends
the third
there.
party. Third party's coming through right now. They have to get out of here. They have no choice. They are snuggled right between two teams, and they have probably one of the worst positions to work with right now.
We've seen crazier things in the past. How are they going to react to the situation? They're trying to juke and jive the team on the right, but the team on the left is always going to be there. RVNJ getting forced back there. They're still doing it, Esmery. They're going to get forced here in the Gibraltar bubble, but the Gibraltar going to get brought down there. Mayo Addicts still doing it. They're going to bring down another year. I'm sure of it. They do. 2 down. They fought their way through, and they're going to go on the hunt themselves. They're going to find the third and remaining member, and that Bangalore just going to get smashed.
There's still another third party there. They're not looking to give Mayo Addicts any sort of breathing room right now, but somehow, some way, they have found a way out of that situation. So, leaving the one squad, running straight into the next squad. But, looking at it now, we've made it to top 4. We've got Dripix, we've got Mayo Addicts, and we've got a Kraber that's got 7 bullets left. Gotta get those shots. All very important shots. Oh, just look at this. Ooh. Sandwich!
Ah, he missed. No
It's
pressure,
so
no
close.
pressure. No pressure, no pressure.
Just sitting and waiting for that final connect. So satisfying when it does hit, and in the meantime, I mean, I was saying they really don't have any breathing room, but Mayo Addicts really don't have anything to work with here. I mean, they they're literally just running from team to team right now. Thankfully, they've got a lot of consumables to use up. They've definitely gotten the kills to warrant such a thing, but how long can they actually do this for? Or are they going to be our next set of John Wicks? That is the question.
4 teams left. I see 3 of these teams in the same area already.
Ooh, Swazi Gold
So
moving it to top 4. That's quite an interesting little bit of a change up here. I did see one team with only one member. Yeah, they have. Just trying to get rid of Mayo Addicts here, and now top 4 placement either way. Looking good.
1 bullet left on the Kraber. What's he gonna do with it? Oh! He misses yet again. Feels bad, man. Ice cream with a bit of a choke there. Oh, he's got a final bullet left. Is he gonna reload? Is he gonna land it?
I think he might just have to look for a different gun.
Trouble.
Lucas out.
Brought down.
Lucas is not coming back right now. There's not really a safe respawn at this point, or any sort of loot to work with here. And I have to look at that 2v3. Oh, there they go. Elite Gaming is out. 1 member remaining, and they are out. They were still in. They had 1 member remaining, just hiding in the corner. I don't know if it shouldn't have been Bias. It might have been one of the others, but
Jazz Jurak.
Once again, clutching like an absolute beast this map, but gonna have to settle for 4th place as Swazi Gold head in to try and take out Mayo Addicts, but they're running into the chokehold right now, and they're not gonna be making it out. We are down to our top 2 squads right now, and I believe it is actually Drip Apex and Mayo Addicts heading up for that top 1 spot.
Esmer, you made one mistake in your calculations. It wasn't Mayo Addicts stuck in there with all the teams. It was all the teams stuck in there with Mayo Addicts. It's a 3-on-2, and they're ready to clinch their first place spot. They're in prime position to win this game. They're holding their angles here in this building. Great. They're going to get the scan off. They've got the ultis available. It is a 2-on-3. They can feel very aggressive to just jump out and go fight. And that's exactly what they're going to do. K9 shooting from afar. Shooting a lot of damage. Almost cracks another GB seal there to keep him safe. And they're ready to push. They're going to be on the hunt. They're looking for their win. They're looking to secure their top spot in emphatic fashion with style.
Ooh, it's bizarre right now because Mayo Addicts are actually the ones under pressure here. They have to push into the zone right now, and they have to do so through a bombardment. As they make it out though, they're going to go straight into the line of sight of Drip Apex. Whether or not they're going to be ready to take this fight is the question. It's a 2 or make that a 1v3 situation. Mastiff going to be connecting 1 shot, but he's got to do it with 3 more, but that's not going to be enough. Mayo Addicts have taken the 1st place. They are your 4th map champions.
Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff, and that should cement them first on the leaderboard as well. So they're making a big statement going into the playoff section of this event. They styled this group stage. It was a phenomenal performance from them, consistent throughout each of the rounds. Yes, Fires had the monster MVP round.
They deserve a round of applause. If I was wearing shorts, I would have given them a standing ovation. But I'm kidding, just so you know.
Concerned.
Yeah. But I just have to say, Mayo Addicts putting on a clinic in this final match of the day. Absolutely in movement, rotation, the metas were functioning, the individual skill coming together as a team. And if I'm not mistaken, they eventually took out the guys from Elite Gaming. So that's just beautiful. I'm super excited to see who the winners are. Obviously, we know who the winners are, but the MVP is what I'm excited to see. So let's roll the banner. Champions of the Apex Legends African Throwdown. Match number 4 is Mayo Addict. Do you like my slow motion? It's like perfect slow motion.
It was great. It was fantastic.
That's like bad
exactly what I needed.
It was the longest
like
20 seconds of panel.
That's like bad internet connection slowdown. Big shout out to Mayo Addicts. But what we really want to know is, in all that action, with all that damage, with all the bullets flying and the domes coming out and the shields going from white to red, who was the MVP?
I think it was K9. I'm betting on it. Am I right? Yes!
Yeah!
2,500 damage. Yeah, he played it right.
That
Played okay.
is some damage. That is some damage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know, if you've been watching the broadcast from last week, Group A, Group B, and now Group C, it is clear that there is some serious talent on the African continent, and we're showcasing it here. The only way that Apex Legends in the African Throwdown can be showcased by NODWIN Gaming Africa, bringing you the best in African esports. Esmery, what are some of your highlights from that final match for the day?
I mean, I think the biggest one for all of us will be Bias, of course, in that map 3, throwing those John Wicks. But I think really what I was so excited about was the fact that we had such contention in this group. This was one of the most competitive groups that we've seen so far in the group stages. They've been, it's been very one-sided these last 2 days so far for Apex, but tonight was just an absolute throwdown, a true African throwdown, just waiting to see who's going to be those top spots.
You see, when they say Africans, we throw it down. This is the Rumble in the Jungle, which happened in Kenya, so I had to get to watch. That was the color of Kenya, but because we're throwing it down in true African style, which, I wanted to ask Camille about the style of play, because obviously when we started this broadcast, we were very eager to see the style of play that African Apex Legend gamers would bring to competitive esports. And so far, watching Group A, B, and C, what would you say is the most consistent style of play that you've seen?
Well, I'm so happy to say I was wrong with saying a blanket statement African style, because as we've seen over these 3 broadcast days, each team has their own specific style, their own way they play, their own identity, which is going to culminate into absolutely phenomenal semi-finals and finals. I can't explain how hyped I am going into the main stages of this event, Dr. Sid.
Okay, so we have some very exciting news coming up, which is the standings for the Game 3, Group C. This is the standings for This is after all games put together, if I'm not mistaken. So this is the standings for all games today. And as we can see, this is super exciting. Camille, what are your takes on these teams and how this thing has chopped and changed?
So again, Mayo, Addicts, Elite Gaming, it was so close. Like Esmery was saying, the contention is been the best part of Group C. It was neck and neck right till the end in this Group C. But Mayo Addicts did clutch it out, and they the number one group in Group C. The number one team in Group C. That's a big statement for me. Both these teams looking very strong. From 3, 4, 5, and 6 here in this group, even up to 7 cons, they played very well. There's a lot of potential there. So coming into the main stages of the event, I believe these teams will all be qualifying in the overall leaderboard of things if the numbers work out. So we're going to see a lot of good games in the playoffs.
And there's still a few group games left before we get to the qualifying round. So we have like the BO2s and things. So the thing about it is, by the time all these groups come together and we have the top 40, this is going to be like the best of the best, because we have seen teams come out with the best gaming clutch performances to put them in a best position to qualify for the next round of gaming. Now, Esmery, looking at this, the overall standing, so to speak, when you put together Group A and Group B and things like that, who are you looking at? Where do you think some of these teams are going to place as we look at the overall standings for the entire tournament so far?
So obviously from tonight's standings, I'm definitely expecting Mayo Addicts. I'm definitely expecting Elite Gaming. How are they going to be comparing to the likes of ATK, DNMK, the Blind Peakers, etc.? That's a bit of a question mark. I mean, we've been seeing teams take all 4 maps, and tonight we had a 2-piece each. So we'll see it now. Here we go. DNMK, ATK, Mayo Addicts, the top 3 right now overall so far throughout our group stages. And I mean, I don't really think there's any sort of surprise where everyone has made it. Dark Esports has made it into the top 7, along with Elite Gaming and Mayo Addicts from that Group C. So really good performance from them as well coming in tonight, as well as Elite Army actually. So top 10, 4 members from that Group C have made it into the top 10 overall.
So far. You know what I'm excited about? Croconosters. They're, I don't know. I just like the name, and they're in position. They're in the top 40 spots so far.
Placement for them. That one second place placement for them carried them so far in the leaderboard. It's actually insane.
And that's the beauty about the point system, is that with 1 second place finish, you've put yourself in a good position to be in the top part of the top 40 teams that make it into the next round. And I spy with my little eye Outlaws NG hanging in there by a thread, which means Nigeria is still in it. Come on, you Super Eagles. Oh, sorry, that's wrong sport.
Oh man, I hope the Super Eagles do better than the African Cup of Nations though than Outlaws are doing, Dr. Sid.
No, they're already doing better in the African Cup of Nations than the Outlaws are doing. The Outlaws need some moral and technical support, serious technical support. Guys, this has been super exciting. I just want to ask a few questions before we bug out for the day. Esmery, looking at, the Apex Legends African Throwdown, what does it mean for you for esports and gaming in Africa for a tournament like this? What does it symbolize for you on the African continent?
I think an opportunity for a lot of members to actually put their step forward and step into the competitive scene, get a taste of it, really understand how addictive it is to not only play in these tournaments, to watch these tournaments, and to get involved in these tournaments, whether that is as a player, as an organization, potentially as a fantastic producer or observer, or maybe a caster or a host, who knows. So, either way, getting involved is the important part here.
So something funny just happened. I just posted a link to the stream on a group, and some of my family members who have no gaming interest whatsoever just sent a message back saying it's soothing for some reason. She has no idea what's going on, but watching the gameplay was really soothing. It's so chaotic and confusing. It was very soothing for her. So Camille, and on that, I just want to say, there are a lot of people right now who are watching this tournament, the Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to us by NODWIN Gaming, and this is probably their first time experiencing competitive esports in Africa and watching it on a scale like this. What do you have to tell them? What can you tell them to expect from the rest of the tournament?
I think my favorite thing about esports for me is esports is for everybody. It's just the same like football. I can't play football at all, but I can sit and watch Ronaldo, your Messi's, and enjoy them. Same like here in African Throwdown. If you don't have the courage to come up and play the event, it's too much work, it's too difficult to play, that's fine. Get into the broadcast, watch the streams, support the guys on social medias, because it's for everybody. It's fun, and what you can expect from African Throwdown to the rest of the event is epic matches. That's it. That's what I have to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, before we sign out today as well, I want to give a big shout out to the guys in the backroom, the technical team, putting this whole thing together. They're working very hard, the observers, the producers, the directors, and of course our players. Well done. This is the Apex, I was going to say Apex, but it's wrong. The Apex Legends African Throwdown, brought to you by NODWIN Gaming. I'm Dr. Sid here with Camille and Esmery, and we will see you for the next round of games. Stay tuned. Follow us on our social media. It's going to be lit next week. We're bringing the joy of Easter to gaming. See you guys next week.